seeing red, to a higher level again. Hear the voice inside my head, telling me this is not the end. I'm seeing red, to a higher level again. Hear the voice inside my head, telling me this is not the end. I'm seeing, I'm seeing. One-man army under the gun. Locked and loaded. Here I come. Leaning on your back. Always at the ready to attack. I'm seeing red, to a higher level again. Hear the voice inside my head, telling me this is not the end. I'm seeing red, to a higher level again. Hear the voice inside my head, telling me this is not the end. I'm seeing, I'm seeing. I'm seeing red, to a higher level again. Hear the voice inside my head, telling me this is not the end. I'm seeing red, to a higher level again. Hear the voice inside my head, telling me this is not the end. I'm seeing, I'm seeing. There we go. Welcome back to Second Amendment Ranch, y'all. If y'all like our opening intro, we do have permission. So Facebook, YouTube, all of y'all that hate on us so damn much, get bent. Because we do have permissions, and I do have proof that we have permissions from the lead singer. So if you like their music, you can go check them out. State of Mind on YouTube. They also have TikTok and a bunch of other platforms like that. So today I've got a couple kind of different articles to talk about. Usually about a third of the way into the show, Carl mentions something and I'll go off on a tangent. So if you're new here and you want to see me get spun up, just hang around.
Hey, big shout out to everybody over at Warriors for Ranchers for watching us. Thank you all. I see Robin in there, Ross in there, Kimberly in there, Crystal Marie's in here. So stay tuned, let Cameron see what he's got going.
So today I kind of want to start off with showing the benefits of firearms. I do have a video with a home intrusion by the parking or by the driveway. And what people don't understand is if you are no longer a victim, if you can defend yourself, most of the time the bad guys like to run. The benefit of us on the ranch is we talk about your Second Amendment rights and responsibilities a lot. We also stress education and training way, way, way more than anything else that we do on the show, because it's very important that you know that the Second Amendment has been under attack for quite a while now. And if you don't think it has, you've got to remember bump stock bans, suppressor registrations. You have to think about You can't put a vertical foregrip on a pistol. You can't. There are so many different things that you cannot do. You can't own fully automatic weaponry without specific license. You can't modify your firearms. Like you can't take a shotgun, cut the barrel off, and that be legal. And now we have a resident that is actively signing hundreds of executive orders in place, half of which he doesn't even understand himself. But I'm telling all y'all right now, something is going to happen very soon, and it's not going to be pretty. But, I mean, he's actively said you can't fight against drones and bombs, and we're going to send special force troops in to take away your guns. So the man himself has actively said he's going to take away our freedoms. He also said, and I can't stress getting this quote the right way the first time, because he said the tree of liberty must be watered with the blood of patriots. I'm sorry, Mr. Resident, but the real quote says the tree of liberty must be refreshed from time and time again with the blood of patriots and tyrants. So I think that tree is going to be really, really happy real soon if you keep things up like this. No, that's not a threat. No, I'm not calling out that I'm going after the president. I'm just fixing your quote for you, Mr. Resident. And I haven't said any names, and I'm not even using the proper terminology. So,
no, you're not.
We skirt lines a lot here. I like to.
But we do call them out when the time comes.
I like to play jump rope with that line, see how much I can piss them off. Because Facebook actively is trying to ban me, but they can't do anything because we haven't said anything. But they can slow everything down. Sitting in hospital, had fluky fall at Circle Jerkle, had a gas pump not shut off and gas spewed, and I slipped and broke the ball in my hip. At least I'm catching up because I'd be working right now. Oof. Yeah, injuries aren't at all fun. I'm actually missing a disc in my spine that I have to go to the hospital tomorrow for. Been dealing with it about 3 years. So, holy crap, Larson's on Facebook.
Oh, my. Wow, that's, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Usually, Larson here is usually one of our viewers from Twitch. So, it's weird seeing him from Facebook. So let's show this video real quick. There we go. So, as you can read in the top, owner shoots at people breaking into home, courtesy of the Phoenix Police.
Oh, wow, this one's cool.
It's a little late. We already saw half of your face, so covering up doesn't do a lot of good for you. And having your pants sagging like this inhibits you from running very well. Perfect example. If you are no longer the victim, stupid people run very quickly. So when situations arise like this, you have to understand your legal responsibilities, and it varies state to state. No, Dad, I don't think it's the hospital tomorrow. I have to go in. I think it's just consultation, but it should be the injection, but we'll see. Yeah, I know the feeling, Charlotte. I definitely know the feeling. Exactly, Scott. Play stupid games, get stupid prizes, and unfortunately, this prize flies at you a lot faster than you can run. So, again, what I stress here is when you do run into these situations like this, in the state of Texas, there are varying laws and legalities that you run into. So, technically, in the state of Texas, trespassing, you can only really deal with them with minimal force. You cannot shoot intruders. You can post signs all day long. You can call the cops. And it really comes down to the jury of your peers if they determine what deadly force is. For those of us like me that learned deadly force in the military, civilian side deadly force is kind of it's pussyfooting. It's weak. Deadly force in the civilian world, you can say I'm taking a baseball bat to somebody's kneecaps, and the jury of my peers can go, that was deadly force. I needed to get him off my property. He was trespassing. He refused to do so easily, so I just escalated things beyond that. But on that note, the laws that I've been able to find, if they are committing another crime while they are trespassing, being carrying a gun, kicking your door and destruction of property, trying to break into your vehicle, yeah, that constitutes deadly force. But it also states that you can't use it unless it's towards your living residence. So if they break into your garage and your garage is detached from your house, technically you have to call the cops there as well. So when I tell you to look up the laws for your states, and if you ever want us to cover more, yes, Barbara DeSantis, so is Texas. Texas is also a stand your ground state.
Right.
But that's more of you're out and about and someone's threatening you by their presence, or they have a knife, they have something behind their back, they reach for something. So, yes, stand your ground, I think, is a wonderful law to have. But I think if somebody's trespassing on your property, you should be able to give them 2 warnings. And then beyond that, you can do whatever you need to do, because you're not allowed on my property. I don't want you here at this point in time. You have been visually warned with signs and purple paint, and you have been verbally warned by me yelling at you to get the hell off my property. Beyond that, we all know ammo prices are a little expensive right now. You're not getting a warning shot.
No.
I can't justify spending $2 to have to rent a backhoe to bury something. I don't even think the cops should be involved, in all honesty. He was trespassing. He was doing something he wasn't supposed to do. I went and rented a backhoe. Problem solved. But that's also kind of a darker kind of view on this situation.
Well, you got to look at, especially in your state down there on the border, there needs to be some more gun rights put down there. The ranchers are putting up with way too much. I mean, if I was a rancher down there and they're coming on my property, it wouldn't be a pretty sight, because, hey, they're there illegally for starters. They're trespassing. They're destroying and tearing stuff up. And some of them could be threatening. If I seen one, they're threatening my life.
Exactly. They're entering the country illegally, which is against the law. They're trespassing on your property, which is against the law. So right there, you have 2 being broken. So the fact that, and if y'all missed it, we had Mike on our show last week, and he was talking about the laws for illegal immigrants, how much more relaxed they are. I'm sorry, but they're in this country illegally. Things should be stricter for them. The only reason I got my life threatened on Messenger by an Antifa member. Okay.
Tell them to show up. Take care of it.
Talk shit, get hit. I think today's generation is extremely soft. They are filled with cancel culture loving pansies that are willing to be keyboard warriors all damn day long. You hand them a gun and then they feel like a big Billy badass, and half of the time they end up on this show because we love to talk about stupid people doing stupid things here. And that's a really quick way for me to make fun of you, is with you playing with a gun and not knowing anything about that gun.
Right.
So that's why I love doing our top of the hour segment, showing gun fails.
Stupid people.
Exactly. I get to make fun of somebody that thought they were just the hardest person around. I got a gun. Cool. I'm in Georgia. The deputy said if I fear for my life and I'm in my car, I was told to run them over. Anyone not illegal. I agree with that as well, because I was watching videos when Antifa was really getting covered on the media. Now they don't talk about Antifa, Black Lives Matter, or even the other group that's going around and calling for the death of all whites. Yeah, if you don't know about that, go ahead and start looking that up. But so technically you're supposed to run if you have the ability to run. Being in your vehicle, you have the ability to run. However, there was a group that chased down this car that went through their protest slowly and calmly, trying to get through, pushing people out of the way. It's not like they hit them doing 50, because I'm going to send it. Work hard, play hard, send it like a retard, send it.
Yeah.
I'm coming through with my big truck and making you a bunch of speed bumps, because odds are one of you is probably armed in the state of Texas, and I'm not risking my life because y'all decided to block 1960, 45, 59, I-10, 610, whatever. I'm not going to play that game. I'll deal with the cops when they show up at my house. But this group had a truck on standby, loaded down with about 5 or 6 guys. They chased the car that came through, cut him off, and was trying to rip him out of that car. And Chris Mines, speaking of disability, if you do not have the ability to run in a stand your ground state, stand your ground, or I guess sit your ground, but do what you need to do to protect yourself. Deal with the legal outcome later, because I promise, jury of your peers is probably going to side with you in the first place. And Charlotte, yes, I understand that. I got told, she says, I got told I'm a racist Nazi by an Antifa member. No, fascism and Nazism is what y'all are. You want to cancel everybody, shut us down, tell us that we can't have our own opinion, tell us that we have to believe in the 400,000 other genders out there. No, what you have is a mental disorder. I'm a guy because I can look down and go, that's a penis. You're a girl because you can look down and go, oh, I have a vagina. Ta-da! Problem solved. But y'all, as this group of heroes, try and say that what we do is wrong. Patriotism is wrong. The Second Amendment is wrong. Well, you know what? I'm tired of talking. Why don't you come and find me? And I do have back issues, but I'll tell you one thing, adrenaline is one hell of a drug. And I think more people need to have this mindset. We've gotten so used to being behind your computer, being able to curse people out and have no repercussions. You can say whatever you want, get away with whatever you want, with very, very, very little exceptions. But we, as the more calm, level-headed group, when we say something that's offended, they come after us. They go after our jobs. They go after our families. They come after us in every way feasible to shut us up, get us pulled off that network, get us pulled off Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. And there are some people that have actually been fired for something they've said outside of their job. Well, I can't agree with that. You have the First Amendment. You have every right to say whatever you want, whenever you want. That person gets offended. That's on them. I'm sorry they're a giant pansy, but that's their right to be offended. Move on, grow the hell up, and get on with your life. But you coming after my job, I promise, you come after my job, my dogs, or my family, there isn't a backhoe on this planet that's going to be able to dig you out of the hell I put you in. And I think more people need to have this mindset. If they say, if they're coming after you, if they're doing something stupid, you need to go ahead and hand them their prize. Here you go. You did something retarded. Now here's the consequence, because every action has consequences, whether they be good or bad. Some kind of outcome is going to happen from what you do or say. There could be consequences tomorrow from what I say on this show. You know what? I'll deal with it when I get there.
Right.
But I'm going to say what I need to say, because I think more people like Mike, the HTX Renegade Radio here on the Second Amendment Range, more people need to be willing to step up like this and go, you know what? I'm tired of this shit. You know what? I'm tired of this cancel culture. And honestly, if cancel culture wants to cancel anything, the ATF and the IRS would be a good start. Just saying. And Jeremy Jones, you're right. You can't fix stupid, but you can beat it with a bat until it's a little smarter.
Stupid is, stupid does.
Mm-hmm. And the problem is they will start shit just to get you to give a response.
Right.
Well, if you give them the verbal response, they've won. But if you beat the hell out of them for what they've done, they instigated the fight. They did whatever they did to get things going, and you just handle things like you needed to handle things.
Like Scott's reply.
But you can muffle it using duct tape. Yes, sir. Yes, you can. Duct tape turning no into real quick.
Mm-hmm.
But more people need to be able and willing to go, I'm done. I'm honestly surprised with how the election has, with all the COVID crap that's going on, more evidence coming forward that this COVID thing is a scam, more doctors coming forward saying that this is going to kill you, all these different executive orders, all these attacks on the First and Second Amendment. Why are more people not pissed off? Why are you so calm right now? Because I'm ready to strangle somebody that tells me something stupid. I can only handle so much idiocy, which, if you look at it, we are literally living the movie Idiocracy at this point in time. They're raising food, gas prices, basically the entire cost of living. They're pushing pornography with, you had OnlyFans. They've been trying to normalize sex workers for past 4 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
No, Chris, I have not seen what's going on in Australia right now.
Oh, it's not good over there.
But they're pushing so much crap. You look at school, you have to social distance, you have to have the borders. You can't talk about the American flag. There are schools that have banned the American flag in their school systems. I'm sorry, but if you ban the American flag at the school that my children ever go to, my children will not be going to your school anymore.
Right.
They're putting up Black Lives Matter flags. They're putting up gay pride flags. So instead of pushing patriotism, you're pushing children to be gay or racists, because if you look at Black Lives Matter, yes, the group had a good ideology to begin with. Black lives do matter. I'm not saying anything different. How you are handling the situation going against white people in any way, shape, or form is racism. And saying that white people can't have an opinion, white people are the only racists, black people can't be racist, that's racist. Everything you are doing at this point in time, calling for the deaths of white peoples, trying to push more black people into positions of power, unless they are qualified, I don't care what their skin color is. You could be male, female, white, brown, black, yellow, gold, what the hell ever. If you're not qualified to do the job, I don't want you there, because odds are you're going to be a safety risk. And most of the jobs that I have ever done, most of them could kill me. So if you're the person that's driving the boat for a tugboat and you're not qualified, but you got that job because of your skin color, odds are I'm going to die. If I'm ironworking and you're the crane operator and you're not qualified, you send me steel up and you didn't verify your load or that your crane could handle it, odds are I'm going to die. So just because you have whatever skin you have means diddly shit. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a narcissist. I like me to an extent. I still hate me a little bit, but I hate everybody else equally. I don't care what color you are. That's why I like to make fun of stupid people so much. Most politicians on either side are not qualified. There isn't any real qualifications to be elected to office. You're right.
You're exactly right.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is the perfect example of that. When he came over to America, he was a red, white, blue, bleeding patriot. He had American flag decor everywhere. Excuse me. He was, by every definition, patriotic. Now we have him saying, screw your freedom, show me your papers. Okay, Nazi.
Mm-hmm.
He went from loving America to hating freedom in the course of 30 years. And it seems to be more and more actors and actresses, and I talk about this a lot. You being in the main eye of the public, actresses, actors, sports athletes, shut the hell up, entertain me, and go do your own personal shit. Keep your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion, but you have every camera looking at you, and there are too many children, too many young people, young adults in America that are influenced by every single word you put out there. You taking a knee and saying, "Oh, I'm going to stand up against the American flag and the national anthem because America's racist." Every single nationality at some point in time has been enslaved. Do your damn research. Vikings enslaved everybody. Mongols, Egyptians had Jews. There's still Somali pirates that are enslaving people, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to bitch about slavery? There's currently slavery happening right the hell now. Why don't you deal with that? You don't get any kind of payment. You just, the history is something to learn from and move on. If you fail to learn from history, you are doomed to repeat it. But if you learn from history, learn the examples, see what went right and what went wrong, and I promise, if you go through a history book and you go really into detail about every kind of nationality, every kind of leadership, you're going to see the same problems that we had 100 years ago, 200 years ago, a millennia ago, whatever, 1,000, all the way back to before Christ. You can learn different things. And in fact, you'll probably see a perfect example of what's happening in our government right now. In fact, there have been several Russian studies that have come forward and proved what they're doing. They're silencing the majority. They're taking away freedoms. They're going to make a group look like a terroristic threat. In fact, there are so many people that think they're heroes right now. They would have been the person that told them Anne Frank was in the attic. They think they're doing what's right. You taking away, if you didn't study, you're going to be that stack of shoes. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, look at every governmental genocide. They stack the shoes, and it's a mountain tall. You continuing this trend is going to cause more damage than good. The reason why the Second Amendment was created was to defend against a tyrannical government, whether it be foreign or domestic. Constitution puts that out there too. So you think that by taking my guns away is going to make your life so much better. We're going to be a dictatorship real quick if you keep up that mentality.
It's getting real close.
And at that point in time, now you're going to be coming to my house going, hey, man, I know you got guns still. You said you lost them in a boating accident. Come on, man, help me out. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. If you keep going like this, if you keep trying to make me be the bad guy, I'm not going to help you out. I don't care anymore. You were a part of the problem, and you need to learn your lesson. It goes back to that consequences again. You wanted to take my guns away. Fish are using them right now. Can't prove otherwise. But when you need help, don't be coming to me, because me and all my patriotic buddies are going to be getting together, and we're going to be having a good old time.
And that's coming sooner than a lot of people think.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at everything going on. And I want you to pay attention to something, especially from the mainstream media. If you like to watch the news, focus on anything. They like to talk about celebrities, but they'll mention a car crash in the bottom. It's not even highlighted. It's just a little tidbit below. It's a magic trick. That's what it is. The mainstream media is just a magician performing to distract you. They'll show you something over here so you don't see what's going on over here.
Right.
And if you don't think that's a thing, look at Ebola, look at swine flu, bird flu, look at any kind of disease that happened during election years. And if you don't think they're trying to come for our guns and do anything, there's Project Mockingbird. There was Waco, Texas. There's probably about 20 good examples for you to pull up and go, oh, no, he's not a conspiracy theorist. He's right. And you know when a conspiracy theorist is the most dangerous, and odds are he's right, is when the government goes and shuts them down. So if you've ever looked up conspiracy theories, if you've ever looked into researching anything, and that guy suddenly's not doing what he was doing anymore, magically disappeared or had a heart attack, well, odds are he was right about something.
Yep.
I mean, and I proved that high positions of power can hire hitmen. When I talked about Angelina Jolie hiring a hitman to kill her, so it wasn't a suicide per se, and the hitman wound up talking to her and talking her out of it. So if you don't think people are willing to hire somebody that can make you look like an accident, Hillary Clinton, I think you need to do a little more research. I think the Supreme Court's bought out. No, I'm ready. You don't think the Supreme Court will hold out on this? I think the Supreme Court's been bought out. Money changes. Look at what happened with basically every time we came forward with any evidence of election fraud. You know, Trump had put his choice in and everything. She voted against him. So what happened? Why would you have such a change of mind so rapidly when we have more and more evidence piling up daily now? They're showing more and more, and you do have to find it, because if you try and Google half the crap you want to look up, Google's going to block it. Like, for those of you that need a good example, Hillary Clinton was supposed to go to trial September 2019 for the 30,000 emails. Yeah. That came out for one day. When I went to go find it again, gone. So if you don't think the government has hands in everything, Google, Facebook, all your social media. In fact, the FBI, I was telling this to Carl earlier, the FBI accidentally let a list slip of 1.5 million people on that watch list. 1.5 million people that the FBI is currently watching right now, and they let it slip out. Why are you watching this many Americans is beyond me. I can't imagine there's that much problems unless you're really thinking that there are some groups out here that are saying what you don't want them to say. You look up, and I wish we had some more ball busting guys in.
When did this list come out?
This was about I saw the article about 3 hours ago now. So
let's see. How many illegals have came across and how many Afghans have came in? Does that equal up to 1.5 million?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But we know they're not watching them.
But I wish we had more ball busters like we did when I was younger, like Trey Gowdy. Trey Gowdy didn't give a crap in politics. He was going to say his mind, do what he needed to do, and if you were going to lie to him, he was going to call you out in front of God and country. He didn't care for your excuses, and odds are he was running over his time every single time he got it. We don't have that many people in politics nowadays. And in fact, we have in the state of Texas, we have 54 of them that are giant pansies that decided to flee the state that now have warrants out for their arrest. And I don't think we should just arrest them and make them come and do what they need to do, which is their job. I want to remind everybody, if you were to do this at your job or in the military, the police, anything like this, there are massive consequences. If you were told to show up on Monday at 5 o'clock and you weren't there at 5 o'clock and you said, hey, I jumped the plane and I'm now in Louisiana because screw you, I don't want to work, you would be fired right there on the spot, no questions asked. You failed to show up. You called in and said, hey, I don't care about you. I'm going to another state. We had 50 something Democratic representatives do this. Yes, June, 100%. We need to fire them after they've been arrested.
Cut their pay.
You get to come back. No, they shouldn't be getting paid at all.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They should have, the moment they walked out, their pay should have stopped.
And I don't think you should. So if you don't know, if you get into politics, you basically have a check for the rest of your life for around $116,000. The average American income is about $33,000 a year. They make over three times what we make in 1 year. So, and that's after they're done. That is after they have completed their service. And I've heard, yes, there are some Republicans that have done this as well. I think the same thing needs to happen. If you decide you're going to walk out, fail to do what you need to do, you don't have your job anymore. And if you decide to flee the state, that's AWOL. Let's go to the military. And that's essentially what we're dealing with. You were hired to represent the people. The American soldier and sailor or Marine, don't let me forget that, because if I have any Marines watching right now, they'll rip me a new asshole. But if any American soldier, sailor, or Marine were to do that, they would be held as AWOL, found, arrested, court-martialed, put in jail, pay would be taken away, dishonorable discharge, couldn't find a job for the rest of their life except for maybe flipping burgers, and even then, they do a federal background check. So good luck. You're going to have to work at a small mom and pop shop that actually cares about you being reformed.
So under the table.
Yeah, exactly. So the American soldier, sailor, and Marine was hired to defend the freedom of the people. You were hired to represent the people. Little more responsibility there. Not as much danger. I don't think you should make 3 times the American enlisted. I think you should make the same pay, maybe a little more. Honestly, a little less for the fact that you're not actually out there putting your life on the line. And I say this a lot. I can't agree with athletes and actresses and actors making millions of dollars while our soldiers, sailors, and Marines are overseas hating life. I was in submarines. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't too bad. I had my head smashed in a toolbox. I had my arm put in an arm bar. I had my own fair share of shit show. But Marines and soldiers actively out there, and some sailors, Seabees, SEALs, SWIC, all these guys are out there in the suck, hating life, getting shot at daily with minimal pay. Odds are their wife is going to cheat on them. Their kid's not even going to be theirs. Their dog's going to run away. Their truck's going to break down, all while they're in another country having to deal with somebody else's bullshit. It's not ours. We just want to be big brother to everybody, but we've got over 50,000 American veterans homeless today, and odds are those numbers are wrong at this point in time. These numbers are back from 2018, before the coronavirus happened. 50,000 American military members homeless on the streets. Of those, and of all military veterans, 22 a day were taking their lives from the coronavirus. Those numbers have almost doubled. So you're looking at 40 veterans a day are committing suicide. And every time you talk to them about the VA, and please, for the love of God, do not take this as don't go to your VA. If you are having mental health problems and you need to find somebody, call whoever the hell you can. Whether it be me, Carl, anybody here on the network, if it's the VA, suicide hotline, whatever, call somebody. We can't stress that enough. Get help. But the VA itself, as far as treating military members, you can call in today, call in, schedule. I had a perfect example. I think this is when we had Ryan come on, showed up, sat for 4 hours to be told, yeah, we can't see you today. So we don't even get the funding to help all of our military members. We don't have the resources. Because that's when the fight starts. It's not when they're overseas. Yeah, that's the suck, and you can ask any one of them. That's the suck. Capital THE. When they get home, that's when the real battle has to begin. Because we have to redefine ourselves, rebuild ourselves to be civilians again. We have to come back and drop the, hate life, job's gonna suck. You have to get out of the danger moments. Coming back with PTSD, PTSA, trauma, depression, post traumatic stress anxiety. For those of you that don't know, traumatic brain injuries, sexual assault cases, and I tried to get me a service dog. Unless you have PTSD or a traumatic brain injury or a traumatic sexual experience, those are the only 3 reasons that you can get a service animal. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I struggle with PTSA and depression. Can't get one. They don't care. So and the reason why I was looking for it is I don't like the pills. I hate chemicals. One, I know I have an addictive personality. I know if you give me something that's any bit of addictive, eventually I'll be hooked. And cigarettes, alcohol, I drink a little bit, maybe a beer a week at this point in time. So I'll say I've been sober for about 2 years now. It took a lot of shitty experiences for me to get past that. But I wanted to find other means of aid. A dog that could recognize when you're having mental breakdown or some kind of panic attack, because those are not fun. If you've ever had one, you can side with me on those. But that's one reason why a lot of veterans are going to marijuana, because it does have different chemical properties that can help you. That there are so many veterans that I have talked to personally. I'm not going to name names because Texas is still on the other side of the marijuana. So I'm sorry, Texas, as much as I love you, you don't need to know the dirty little secrets. But there's so many that come forward. And I don't smoke weed. Trust me, I've tried edibles. They help. They do help. I only did it once because I didn't want to risk my job, but they do help. And the fact that if you get caught with marijuana in your system and can lose your job, or let's go to the other battle, you can choose. Government gives you a choice here, ladies and gentlemen. Government gives you 2 choices. You can smoke all the weeds you want. You can get that medical card. Can't buy another gun. You have to make that choice. Why? There are less deaths on marijuana. There's less accidents. Most of the time, the people that I've talked to and the experiences that I've had with anything around marijuana, I'm hungry. I got the munchies. I'm tired. I just want to lay on the couch and watch TV or listen to music. If they are driving, odds are they're going to sit at a stop sign and wait for it to turn green.
Or they're driving 30 miles an hour.
In a 60.
Yeah.
So
I got something to tell you. You was talking about the medical marijuana card. We did that test up here that I was telling you about.
Ooh, I've been waiting.
Guess what? This. She got her 9mm.
Yes.
They do not check it here in Missouri. And she sent me a deal. I got to find it on my phone, where my phone's at. The deal that said, we don't check that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the experiment he was talking about, I have been waiting on. So we have a friend up in Missouri with their medical card. One of those things you can pick. You can smoke weed or you can buy a gun. And we needed to find out for Missouri, because Missouri is a gun haven. I'm not saying a sanctuary, a haven. They have actively said they will arrest any federal agencies that try and come and confiscate firearms. Where gun sanctuaries, Texas, Florida, Georgia, Tennessee.
That takes effect on the 28th of this month, 6 days.
So I think we're at 28 states now, maybe 30, somewhere between 28 and 32 states that have claimed Second Amendment sanctuaries, where they will not aid the federal government in the confiscation of firearms. They will not allow any new. Missouri has said we will not allow any new laws to affect us. Any new and old laws are now null and void. So technically, in the state of Missouri, you should be allowed to buy a suppressor. Texas has just passed this suppressor bill where you can buy any Texas-made suppressor without a federal background check because movies make suppressors to be a giant joke. Anything over a 22, so 9, 40, 45, 38, special 38, 308, basically anything large caliber, it's not a little. You're going to hear it.
Telling June down here, no, Missouri isn't getting soft. We're protecting ourselves.
No, Missouri is one of the few states that is setting the way for the Second Amendment preservation. Texas is kind of going back and forth with some of its crap right now. We just passed we passed constitutional carry, and the suppressor bill will have that in effect in September. But Missouri has basically said all laws that y'all put out here can go kiss our ass. So
basically, yeah.
I got to give Missouri props for that. Honestly, I think I'm going to enjoy this show because this
right, Barbara. Your son did a smart. He moved from California here to Missouri. He's down by Joplin.
Good man. I think this is one of the few shows where we don't have to eat something weird. So yeah, we do some weird stuff to try and raise funds to do giveaways and different things like that. And a couple weeks ago I had to eat dog food. Wasn't fun. I've also had to chug a jar of jalapeno juice. Yeah, it's been 300 blackout is a subsonic low noise. This was, I'll say 2.5 years ago. I had bought a 50 Beowulf and a 6.5 Creedmoor. And I was kind of doing some research in between the two of them. So 300 blackout has a good punch behind it, but it's basically a bastardized 7.62 by 39. So it wasn't a popular round after a while. And the 6.5 Creedmoor, because it was able to reach out and touch somebody at a longer range, and you had the 7.62 by 39 that could punch somebody's chest in, 300 blackout was kind of dying off. So the ammo prices were skyrocketing. And I got a hold of my gunsmith. And if you ever want a good quality AR, look up Mortimer Gunsmithing. He built many of my fun thing. I think he built 4 or 5 of my ARs. Oh, yeah, he's my coworker. He told me he found my show.
Oh, really? That's your coworker?
That's one of my dive team members. He's he's Doc.
You want his Beowulf back? Tell me where I can find it.
Yeah. He was a corpsman, so
he had a bad lawyer. Yeah.
But when I was doing the research and everything like that, I found out, that 300 was so expensive and kind of fading away. I switched. I was going to get a 300 blackout, and that was going to be it. In all honesty, I just wanted the 300 blackout. But he told me he had a 6.5 Creedmoor, and he could build me a 50 Beowulf in the color I wanted, and I just couldn't pass that up. It's pumpkin orange, and it's the only problem I have is it doesn't eject the brass sometimes, but it's not, it's not really meant for hunting anything other than hogs at this point in time. So I have no problems with that.
Here's your question. This is up your alley.
What do you recommend for a little old lady? I want a short shotgun, and I do have a Maggie 357 snub, but it's so powerful. So I'm going to give you the same advice that I gave my dad because he does have hand problems. He is looking for a revolver. I would recommend a 38 or anything along that line. It's less kick than a 45, but more stopping power than a 9. However, the best advice that I can give you is go to a gun range that allows you to rent firearms and try out different calibers and different kinds of guns. I'm not saying try out Smith & Wesson and Glock and Taurus and all these different people. Find a caliber you like and then build around that. Find something you can handle originally and then move on. But and Scott says it pretty well as well. If you're wanting another shotgun for home defense, go with a 20 gauge or a 410. Still good enough, and you can get 410 and slug as well. But if you're looking for like personal carry or short and compact, then I would go and find a caliber that you're comfortable with, and then start doing gun shopping. Find something you like, and then go feel it, see if it's comfortable in your hand. And this is coming from personal experience because I bought my fair share of guns in the past 4 years, and some of them I love, and some of them are meh. But I'm very happy with this. Is my concealed carry right here. It is a Smith & Wesson Shield in 45. I'm not very comfortable with 9. Not a lot of recoil, and I got a heavy finger. So having something with a little more kick and a little bit more pull weight for it, I can punch out the hole of my target very comfortably. So this is what I like to carry. But it's more narrow of a frame, so it fits in my hand like my 1911 does, which is why I think I shoot better with, because I learned to shoot on a 1911, not Glock, and Glock is a fat bastard of a gun. We sell 20 and 12 in a shorter barrel.
Does Allison have a gun shop?
I don't know. I guess so.
If they're selling 20s and 12s, it sounds like it. And like know where her shop is, name of it, and we could tell it on here.
Yeah, give us your name of your shop, and
we'll pick you out.
If you ever want to sponsor somebody, I've got an addictive habit. So I would love to have a gun shop sponsor me, because I'm a jackass when it comes to guns.
If you don't know, Cameron's the gun nut. I hunt with guns too, but my big thing now is crossbows.
Yeah. This will show. So he says it best. I'm a gun nut, and I want a gun for every single situation. So I have guns that can reach out and touch somebody.
She works at Wally World.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have guns that can reach out and touch somebody. I also have guns that are perfect for home defense. I've got guns perfect for concealed carry. And what I mean by home defense, so there are AR-9s, AR-15s, AR-12s, and I think that's it off the top of my head. So you have ARs in 12 gauge, ARs at 5.56, 30, AR-10s, 5.56, 6.5, 300, 308. Basically, most calibers you can convert to an AR, believe it or not.
Barbara, tell your son to get on Facebook or YouTube.
But there was not actively at the time an AR-45. So I contacted my gunsmith buddy. Again, if you want to look him up, Mortimer Gunsmithing. Just tell him I sent you. No, he doesn't sponsor me, but he does phenomenal work. What I mean by that, this man milled me an upper receiver to handle 45 ACP. Managed to get the lower I needed, but had to mill me an upper receiver and built me my own AR-45 ACP. If y'all want to see it, let me know. It's in my closet right now. I'll bring that thing out and show it to you, and why it's my home defense gun. And I like to stress this a lot. There is no such thing as an all-purpose gun. For the love of God, there's not. People think there are multi-use firearms, but there is not an all-purpose gun. You're not going to take an AR-45, AR-9 out to go and plink at 1,000 yards, just like you're not going to use 338 Lapua or 50 BMG for home defense. You can. I'm not saying you can't. You can, but there's so many complications between using it. That one, it's a super heavy gun. It's very long, and if you're coming around corners and stuff like that, they can get a hold of the barrel. But Carl, distract them for a second. They want to see the AR-45.
Okay, I can do that. So everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. The Second Amendment Ranch is part of the Bill of Rights Network on Facebook. You can find all the shows over there. We're on so many platforms. We're out on 8 platforms tonight. So if you could share that out, let's get the numbers out real good. and stuff. But yeah, we created the Second Amendment Ranch. Cameron did, and he's bringing it in. Yeah, there it is. So always check us out here on Sunday nights at 5 p.m. Central.
All right, who's ready to piss off Facebook?
Here we go.
All right,
I
so
got you. Go ahead.
the reason that I had this is the AR-45. If you notice, this thing is shorter than my arm. What that means is I can keep this nice and close to me, still go down sights. I want to just iron sights with a flashlight, so that way I'm not dealing with batteries. It's great for home defense. I can keep it close, and odds are I just got a point and shoot. It gives me more rounds for me to be able to sweep my house if there are more than one problems. But the reason why I had, and he could get me, so the reason I brought two out, this is also a pistol. This is slightly bigger and much heavier. This is 308. They are at the same height, and you can see this one doesn't fit on the camera. Great little hog hunting, good for mid-range. Both of them are pistols. But I would not want to sleep my house with this because the ACOG relies on light. So in a dark environment, it is extremely difficult to see the reticle. Flashlight gives me iron sights, and moonlight I can still see through it. And iron sights do have day and night sights to an extent. But I can keep this gun much closer to my body, so when I come around corners, there's only 5 inches of barrel. Gunny, you're on my cable, so my dog is stepping on me again. But my barrel's only coming around the corner a couple of inches before I am. So trying to grab this with my hand right here, I can swat you away, push you off, and still pivot in and do what I need to do. Where if you use something longer like a shotgun, a full-size shotgun, you're going to run into that problem where your barrel is coming around the corner a foot and a half before you do, which gives that intruder that much more time to get a hold of it, and he's got more to grab, so he can control this end a lot better than you can. So that's why I had that bastard specifically built, because it is perfect for home defense. My brother suggested I use 38 in the 357 snub nose, but not sure if this one will. It's not a newer one. You would have to do research into the make and model and see if it could comfortably handle 38. I know there are different, especially revolvers nowadays, that can handle multiple calibers. So I've got the 38 special, which can handle 38, 38 special, and 38 plus P. And I mean, Taurus has like 18 of their revolvers that can handle 2, if not 3 different calibers themselves. And that's one reason I want the Taurus Raging Judge Magnum, but nobody has it in stock right now, and I need to pay off my credit card. But you'd have to look into the gun itself and verify, because you don't want to put something that it's not rated for through that barrel. That's when you're going to run into malfunctions really quickly.
And we've seen a lot of malfunctions on this show.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of that, it's almost top of the hour.
Yes, it is. Come on. There we go.
Thanks, Barbara. You have a great night. Thanks for joining us.
So I'm going to let this whole thing run. It's 6 minutes, 37 seconds of just so many different people doing
stupid,
such dumb things. Gunny, you are sitting on my headphones entirely. My dog is the neediest. Come on. All right, fine. Just don't move. Where was I? Oh, gun fails. So I don't think I turned on the audio for it. Share screen.
Yeah, I need audio.
Yeah, we need audio. What? Share. There. Browser can't act. Ah, motherfucker.
Beep,
Sorry.
beep, beep, beep. Warning graphic.
Yeah, dog's trying to rip my dang headset off. Why are you not wanting to?
What's that?
Browser can't act.
One of my most interesting gun fails I ever saw was a Marine armor on my ship who was demonstrating how if you press a Beretta 9mm against something, it won't go off.
All right, for some reason, StreamYard's not letting me share the audio right now.
Are you kidding me?
Not at all. Every time it pops up, error message. So we're gonna have to do this without audio. I'm sorry, but you've got Gamer Guy here.
Yeah.
Trying to be
waiting on that $3,000 computer over there.
Yeah, trying to be a badass. Somebody was talking shit in the game chat, so he was racking it to get their attention. He calls it a clip. Lucky he didn't shoot himself in the hand.
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh, God, why would you test anything on a human being?
God.
Oh, he got lucky. Oh, I remember this video. So if you ever need to install cabling in your truck, this gentleman has the perfect way to put a perfect hole through your glass without having to buy expensive bits.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not. I know this video. He's talking about trying to run the cable through. He's got glass bits and everything like that. Already has the expensive, but he's trying to do a DIY and show people how to quickly, easily punch a perfect hole.
Oh, no.
Through the glass.
No.
And boom.
They got a hole in there.
Yep. Ta-da!
God. That's one of the best ones I've seen there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I call it ingenuity.
Danny Duncan, friend shoots gun in Louisiana mansion. I don't know this one. Looks like rich white boy daddy's parents are lawyers. Bought him his gun for his birthday. Danny Duncan. Who the hell is Danny Duncan in the first place?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not even listening to the audio on this one. Rich white boy. Oh, yep, shot a hole in the floor.
Ooh, and it ricocheted.
Yeah.
And went through the ceiling. You guys live in a bottom apartment.
His parents are going to kick his. Oh my God! Why? There is a difference between tactical and tactical. This man was trying to be tactical and could have shot so many people. Oh God! When it comes to kids and guns, I always worry. Oh, what's he gonna do? Oh, Dad's gonna get hit in the face. No. Oh, God.
Did you see that?
Oh, my God. Right at head level. You need to learn gun safety. I support that. But the gentleman that has the guns should have told him,
look at this
stop. There's alcohol involved. Oh, God. Oh, and his finger's on the trigger.
He's pointing at everybody.
Oh, it went off. Oh, it looked like it went off. I just saw a flash. Oh, God.
Oh God, I wish you could have got audio.
Oh, that thing's gonna come flying out from his hip. That's gonna shoot just straight back, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh shit!
Big boy, I can hold this gun in place.
God.
Brace. When you fire from hip, you need to lock that thing in.
Oh, look at this. In a gun store. It better not be loaded.
Why? I I'm not selling you that gun anymore. If you dip and roll in my in my gun store, I am not selling you that gun anymore.
Oh, this ain't gonna be good. Green screen involved.
Looking like he's never handled that thing in his life.
Uh-uh. They're showing him, and they're gonna tell me it's. Oh, it was
And
loaded.
yep, went off into the floor.
Uh oh.
Oh, we got another guy trying to be hard.
Oh
It's
no.
always
No fingerprints. Oh,
almost blew his head off.
sorry for yelling, folks. Oh my God.
Oh, it's why I love doing these to get the reactions. He went from gangster to little girl in 0.2 seconds.
Go change them shorts.
Oh, Jesus. If you ever know this guy, this gentleman hand builds his own guns.
That didn't work so good.
Oh, it gets better. He's loading it up now. That's a lot of gunpowder.
Oh
A
no.
lot of gunpowder. Notice that gun is held together with duct tape.
No.
Yep. Failed trigger pull. Oh, so what happened there in that video is it blew a,
Oh. Find out who this person is. Child abuse.
that's way too young to be letting your kids hold you. Why?
Why?
But the last video, the gun blows up in his hand. Nobody's injured or anything, but still, it's quite a sight. Oh no!
Oh, that.
Oh, we have one smart man. One the entire video. We had one intellectual individual that entire time that said, "Hey, y'all need to stop doing stupid things." One person out of that group. We had two of them almost kill people. One of them almost committed suicide. This is why we stress any kind of gun safety and knowing. So the reason why I bring these videos up is one, because my parents are just now getting into more hands-on gun training. So I had to deal with my mom breaking blue a lot. In fact, I think that was the first time I actually cussed in front of my mom. But the other reason is in 2019, gun sales were 3.2 million or 3.4 million. And then during the epidemic, the height of the epidemic, and currently we're seeing another spike, but 2020 gun sales were almost double. It was like 5.4 million gun sales that year, which tells me there's a lot of new gun owners getting out there and buying these firearms and thinking, okay, I'm safe now. You know, I have a gun, I'm better off. But we show these videos to prove just because you have that gun does not mean anything. If you're pointing it at people, if you're pointing it to the left, right, pointing it across your kid's head, blowing it out by your ear, you need to, as soon as you get a gun, you need to start looking into training. That's the next. Purchasing is obviously one of the first steps that you can take. You can also take a hunter safety course. You can take a concealed carry course. You can take many different things to help you out. But if you want to go that route, buy your gun and then go find a class that can teach you. anything. Doesn't matter if you're just putting rounds on paper to start with. Get comfortable with your firearm. Know how to clean it. Insides, outs, know the rules. Don't point it at anything you don't want to kill. Finger off the trigger. All the rules that you need to know. Treat every weapon as if it's loaded. We stress this all the time because we have situations like this where people are going to end up where I'm making fun of you on the Second Amendment ranch. Thoughts on the 200 plus thoughts on the 200 plus rappers killing one another in 2020.
Yeah.
Honestly, Kimberly, I don't watch mainstream media that much. The rappers that were coming out for 2020 were a bunch of idiots. Obviously, one of them put a giant gem in his forehead. So I really don't care that rappers decided to be stupid.
Is this right?
I just, in Texas, yes, because what they're looking at doing is having different kind of carries where concealed carry licensed individuals kind of have more rights and liberties, where the concealed carry or constitutional carry kind of is more restrictive. But yeah, I mainstream media pushes crap that I don't give a damn about at all. So if you're talking sports, if you're talking music, really don't give a shit. I care about what's politically happening here in America as well as what's happening to our soldiers, sailors, and Marines overseas. I don't care that two rappers decided to be idiots with firearms. Now, if I do happen to find the video of it, I'm going to make fun of them because, and if you've ever watched this show before, Navy veteran, any veterans that watch here, go ahead and raise a hand real quick in that chat because I want you all to agree with me. We have a dysfunctional sense of humor. Carl's another veteran. He had the M16s when they were made by Mattel Toy Company.
Right.
So you can imagine this gentleman has a very interesting sense of humor as well.
Yeah, you should have been there in basic training when they handed us our first M16 broke down. I grabbed mine. I've hunted all my life and learned from the time I was a little bitty, had guns, everything, right? Joined the service in 79. Get in there, picked this up, and it said Mattel. I looked at my instructor and went, "You gave me a toy." So,
and
yeah.
People wonder why the AK-47 handled so much better in that environment than the M16. It was Navy here and honorary submariner. I didn't make you an honorary submariner. Who made you that? I'm curious, but so far we've got two veterans in the house. We always appreciate our veterans that come and support us. We do try and support small businesses and veteran-ran businesses. If you have any friends or family with small or veteran-owned businesses, get a hold of us. We'll give them shout-outs. We expect nothing in return. If they want to sponsor us, that's on them. But we do want to support all small and veteran companies.
95% of all the hosts on the Bill of Rights Network are veterans.
You training submarine, Marine Corps. There we go. We got some veterans in here.
Oh, yeah. We got a lot of veterans.
I knew I had to add the Marines because Ken down there, if I didn't say Marines, they're not so. I promise you, if you ever call a Marine a soldier, that is one of the quickest way to lose your two front teeth. Porters need to ask Jose.
No, we don't call them jarheads no more.
You can call them jarheads, crane eaters, but you can't do not call them a soldier.
Hey, you want to know how far back I was in the service? We still had the green uniform. When I joined, we went on war maneuvers out in California. The Marine Corps were the first ones to get camouflage. You know what our company commander said our objective was? Come back with a camouflage suit. I found one that fit me.
Well, that's one of the benefits. The military members love to give each other crap and bash each other, and it's all out of love most of the time. But I promise civilians that do decide to watch this show, if you ever decide to come after the military and make fun of us, unless you've been otherwise instructed by your military or veteran friends, you're going to have a very bad time. Because even if we do make fun of everybody equally together, with the Coast Guard and Air Force being the more bashed of the groups and soon to be Space Force,
It's a
the,
butt
sec-
ahead.
the second civilian decides to chime in, or somebody that has no business interfering with this conversation, we now have a hive mind. We have now just synced up and decided you are now the bane of our existence, and we are going to do everything in our power to make fun of you. And you will have hurt feelings, and it's going to make us laugh oh so much.
Oh, will it? Oh, will it?
I'm just giving y'all a fair warning because
Hey.
we do. And if y'all ever want to be on the Second Amendment Ranch, if you ever want to be a guest, we'll let anybody and everybody. All we ask is you remain respectful and polite, have the conversation. The second you become belligerent or disrespectful, that's when you're getting kicked off. And we bring people in all the time. Hell, that's how we met Ryan, the Marine we're trying to help out.
That's how we met Scott. That's how we
Scott,
met Larson.
Bocephus. That's how we met a lot of the people that are actually a part of the network now.
Did you see Bocephus's latest picture he put in the warm chat?
Oh, I don't think so.
He was ready for the Western Outlaw. He had it strapped on his hip. I liked his belt. That was sharp.
That man's got more toys than I do.
Yeah, but it almost looked like that 4570 in that holster.
It would not surprise me. That man is 6'7" and 300.
It looked like a toy on him.
Yeah. That's the one man that can make a Magnum look small. I know. We're still waiting to hear back from Luke Scott, and we're still waiting to hear back from Bocephus on poisoning his children. I mean, making burgers for his children. You're going to get your peppers, and I do have to go out and break my wrist. So what Scott's talking about is we do try and raise funds for different things here. I did have to eat dog food to help promote a pet rescue. So I put out the challenge: if y'all raise $1,000, I'll eat a cup of dog food. Wound up puking
several times,
and changed my dog food immediately after they ran out of that batch.
Do they like their new dog food?
Yeah, I can't keep the bowls full anymore.
Oh, have you tasted it?
No, I'm not gonna try it, but I can definitely tell they like this one a lot more. Carl actually is going to be having to wear makeup at some point in time if they raise the funds.
That fundraiser got canceled.
Oh no!
I'll tell you after the show.
All right.
That's a bad deal.
Yeah.
So that will come up in another fundraiser or challenge that we do on here.
But currently we are doing other challenges. Ryan is a Marine out in California and hating life up there. And I decided I was going to do some challenges to kind of help raise funding for him to move. Scott stepped up and donated $300 off the bat. He's going to be sending me 20 rounds of his homemade 4570 for me to shoot out of Bocephus's pistol.
And Tara's got to take a day off work to make your snickerdoodles.
So I have to go and break my wrist with a 4570 pistol. We still have other things up for grabs. And these, you don't have to donate the whole amount. You can donate towards this item. You can donate $20, $40, $100, $5, $2, whatever you want to donate. But we are trying to raise money to help Ryan move. And you will have to donate in your PayPal or tell us in the chat, I am donating this money for this, so we can verify it. But at $800, Larson from our European 2A group is going to do a dip challenge. And what I mean by that is they have the strongest dip in the world, and he's going to put the whole can in his mouth. And if I remember right, it's something like 840 milligrams of nicotine.
Yeah, it's high nicotine.
So he's going to be swimming. $1,000, and I have to eat Rocky Mountain oysters. $600. Ryan himself will be doing a nitro gummy bear challenge, 860 milligrams of nicotine. Thank you, Larson. At $500, Larson will do a little nitro challenge. At $500, I have to do the show in a tutu. Yeah.
My luck, somebody'd raise the money, so I'd have to wear makeup, and you had to wear a tutu in a show. Boy, we'd be a different show. We'd have to name it
Yeah, that would be
not transgender.
yeah, not the transgender 2A you were looking for.
Right.
So yeah, that's what's currently up for grabs right now.
And if
Uh,
folks you don't understand, we talk about gun rights and we joke around on here to help make you laugh to have a better Sunday evening.
yeah, we do try. So when we started the show, it was kind of a stories articles that were very hard to hear. Wasn't that entertaining, but it was stuff that needed to be put out. And we were not getting the viewership we were wanting. It was not getting the support we needed to get. So we kind of moved away from the harsh reality of what's going on. We do talk about it a lot. We do bring it up. We do talk about the gun safety, everything like that. But we do want you to enjoy your Sunday evenings with us and enjoy hanging out and learning your rights, responsibilities, and the attacks that are coming against the Second and First Amendment. If you don't think they're under attack, you need to find a different show to watch because
And if you have problems with any of the gun rights in your state, contact us on the Second Amendment Ranch Facebook page.
we will look it up. Now, we do have to put out a disclaimer. We are not lawyers. We are just
Nope.
very bored people with a lot of time to do research on things. So we will find what we can, and how we interpret the law could be different from how you or a lawyer or a jury of your peers interprets the law. But if you do need to find anything, we can help you. And again, if you are struggling with anything, please reach out to us. Let us know. I try and put the Discord link up every single week, so that way y'all have a way to get a hold of myself, Carl, Larson, basically anybody here in the Bill of Rights Network, and ask what you need to ask. Kimberly, can I copy that?
And sign up. No, you have to type it in all at one time.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Now, if you, oh, well, I can do it. I'm pretty sure. Who sent it? Kimberly?
Yeah, Kimberly sent a
Okay,
long.
let me go grab that real quick. I know where to go grab it.
Scott, hair loss is not something I'm going to help you out with, buddy. You have to suffer for that one. You've made us suffer a lot. If you ever want to see people suffering, Mr. Pryor over here donated $600, and this was before we were doing individual kind of challenges, and bought every single challenge for the week. So Carl had to get a pie to the face, and he has been banned from getting pies to the face because that's a little too easy. Luke had to eat, or attempted to eat, 4 whole lemons, including the rind. He ended up throwing up. I had to chug a jar of jalapeno juice. And Larson, the poor man, had to eat surströmming, which is that stinky, deadly canned herring crap. And you got some Saturday. Bull and Joe is where we have.
Look at them burning our flag. Open season, folks. Open season.
Y'all keep doing stupid shit. I promise something's gonna happen to you. I promise. So yeah, I didn't throw up, but
Yeah, we can do
one,
that, Scott. We can do a fundraiser for you to get a wig.
Oh, for a wig?
Hey, I need one too. I want the implants up here.
That man has enough money to buy his own wig. We had to do enough challenges because of him in the first place.
Oh, we can help him out a little bit.
You know he's going to pay for us to do the challenges just so he can watch us
Let's
suffer.
see. We'll wait until December because Cameron's beard will be grown out so far. He can trim it down and send it, and they can make one.
No, the trim is not up for operation or up for sale. So the reason my beard used to be down to here, and when the show was starting, I was trying to get more viewers, so I put out a challenge saying, if you can get 10 friends to come in and say you sent them, you get to choose how to design my beard.
That's what started all this crap.
I didn't think we would have success. And Mary won and said I had to chop it all off.
And they did it in 30 minutes
Yep.
at the end of the show.
So now December, the challenge is going to be, well, I guess it's going to be up for sale because Carl wants to sell it, not let me do something funny with it again. But y'all can bid on who gets to decorate my beard for Christmas. So you can pick glitter, you can pick ornaments, you can pick whatever you want, but that'll be up for grabs in December. Not yet. It's still a little short. It's starting to curl back up, but
everybody out there, hashtag 2AR. And
oh yes, if you want to win some of our merchandise, you can win a sticker today. Go ahead and put this.
It's pretty cool.
Go ahead and put that hashtag in the comments, and you can get an opportunity to win. If y'all don't, I will, and I can enter like 12 times, and I'll win. I'll put it on my truck, do some advertising. So yeah, there's
our little guys.
We have done, and Scott, we again appreciate all that you've donated. You're the reason why you're the reason why we can do these giveaways. So thank you. And screw you at the same time, because we have all suffered so much because of that, man.
So, I got attacked by all them bugs on 4th of July.
You got a pie to the face. I had to snort hell.
Yeah, but I had to get coconut out of my nose for 2 days.
I had hell.
And then I had bees fighting me.
So we do, one of the things we do try and do here is be men of our words. It's one of the things that I think we've also lost a lot of belief in the past generation. You know, there's more people out there. There's liars, cheaters, deceivers. You know, Johnny Cash says it well. God's going to cut you down. But we really need to get back to, you know, if you tell me you're going to do something, I want to believe you to be a person of your word, man or woman, and that I can trust you. And that's the easiest way to really earn somebody's trust. You say you're going to do something, and then the next time I see you, you turn around and you've done it. And I think this generation of men are extremely soft, weak-willed, you know, afraid to stand up for what they believe in. And that's why we're having such hard times in today's generation and society. Is, you know, the belief is hard times make strong men make good times, and good times make weak men, and weak men make hard times. So it's, there he is. There's this cycle going on for society. And, you know, the other belief is that every 80 years is long enough for people to forget what happened so they can try it again. So history in itself is not linear, it's cyclical. Now, the years may change and the trends may change, but what is occurring stays the same. You know, yes, we have more technology, we have more media, we have more this and this and this, but, you know, 80 years ago, look what we had going on. 80 years before that, look what was going on. Look through these time eras and really start to pick out what the big problems were. Not just, oh, you know, we had the roaring 20s, we had, you know, cocaine was a problem, marijuana was a problem, you know, real gangsters for the love of God, these morons nowadays that are claiming to be gangsters. Real gangsters would have shot you in a suit, not even blinked about it, and then been at their mom's house for dinner in 30 minutes. Old school gangsters, Al Capone, did not, and he's actually the reason why milk has expiration dates, believe it or not. Then there was the one that gave a widow, Carl, you remember the name, gave the widow the money, the bank that she owed a collector. Jesse James gave a woman money, then turns around after the collector leaves the woman's house, robs the collector. So,
yeah, shoddy.
These morons that are sagging their pants. If you sag your pants, let me give you a little heads up. Sagging your pants in prisons means you're open for business. So you go ahead and keep them pants down. And if I come up with a plunger, I was just following your wishes, man. So pull your pants up, show some respect for women, elderly. Real gangsters didn't give it. They fought the system. Real gangsters were fighting banks. They were fighting collectors. They were fighting corrupt cops. They were fighting other real problems. Y'all are out here mugging little old ladies out trying to steal their purse for $50. That's not gangster. Oh, I shot somebody. That's not gangster. If that was gangster, you know how many veterans would be gangster? There's a lot of them. Bo is a perfect example. He's not a gangster. He's a respectable, upright gentleman.
Yeah.
But I can't grasp. And the fact that they're banning Dr. Seuss, but WAP can be one of the top rated songs in society, we're praising the wrong people all the time. We're normalizing sexuality, being gay, hating God, hating America, but we're praising all these transgender. You know how many people that were doing the book groups, these transgendered people that were doing the children's book studies in schools? I think it's like something like 50 or 60% of them have been busted as being a child abuser or pedophile, whatever you want to call it, some kind of animal. So, no, Scott, I'm not saying. You can look that up yourself. You can figure out what WAP means. So you want to put the limelight on the wrong people. Why we were covering a basketball player after he had overdosed on cocaine with hour-by-hour updates, but we have a Marine that jumped on a grenade that is in extreme critical condition, blown out eyeball, fractured ribs, torn ligaments, all sorts of destroyed body to save his group, and we can't get any kind of update about him. We get, there's always something happening overseas to our veterans. Whether it be food or foreign enemies, why do worst American president?
New term. I like that.
Yep.
We're going to use that.
We need to make some
Don't
more
get it copyrighted, Bo, yet.
No, we need to make some more merchandise now.
Yeah. Hey, that would work, wouldn't it?
How many of y'all would buy worst American president as WAP? Yeah. I want to know.
If it is, we'll create it real quick.
Oh, yeah, that would be great. But we idolize these idiots all the time, and then the punishments they get for being stupid, go to rehab, come out and go get another DUI, they're right back in rehab. They have all the money, all the lawyers, they can afford whatever they want, and we still show that to these kids. If you have enough money, you can do whatever the hell you want in life. If
there's one.
There's one. So we need to stop idolizing
for a crowd.
We need to stop idolizing all these people that are doing stupid things. And like Chris Pratt has openly come up and been patriotic, supported the troops. We have very few actors and actresses that are coming forward and talking about their beliefs and as far as fighting against the left side. So if they're going against the left, they get shut down. They're kicked off Disney, whatever movie they're doing. They get punished, but the person that was idolizing, confiscating firearms, as long as you go with what they want you to go with, you're fine to do whatever the hell you want. But the second somebody else poses an opposing view, doesn't matter how much money, you're getting shut down. You're losing your job. Why do we have such a double standard? Why are we putting up with this and letting technology raise our kids, for the love of God? How many parents watching right now let their kids under the age of, we'll say 14, have a cell phone, a tablet, access to the internet, access to video games, let them watch YouTube streamers, I want to know. I really want to know because hell, look back. Hunter Biden tried to buy a gun and lied on the federal background check and still got away with it. Yeah, no. And he also, there was more video coming forward from his laptop where he was busted saying they're going to blackmail my dad, but I got like a gazillion dollars as he's butt naked screwing some chick, saying they can't touch me because we've got enough money. And you're right, Jeremy. New generations get their feelers hurt a lot. But yeah, you if you let your child watch, and YouTubers are all the craze right now. So you let them watch somebody like Doctor Disrespect, somebody that just rages his old games. I'm trying to. That's really the only name I can think of off the top of my head. But you're letting. I do know more as far as what they do, and a lot of them just throw money around and do stupid things all the time, cursing on YouTube, saying this and that, and f this, and dropping every word in the dictionary with the exception of the N word, but kids are still allowed to watch them. So when it comes time for you to be a parent, your kid doesn't want to deal with you and they want to go watch their games. You need to spend time with your kids. My
Right.
dad worked his ass off when I was young and still made time to throw a ball with me and my brother every now and again. We knew he was busy, but he did everything he could to spend some time with us. And I'll tell you another thing you really need to start doing again. Beat your kids. I'm not saying beat the hell out of them, but teach them there are consequences. If your kid is mouthing off at you in a store, my dad did not hesitate when it came to spanking me. He didn't care where we were. If I did something bad, I'll tell you the perfect example. Me and my sister were bickering on the way to church. And as soon as he had a Suburban, as soon as we got to church, he opened the back of that Suburban up, put me over the inside, butt hanging out the back, pulled his belt off, and in that parking lot, tanned my hide because me and my sister were going at it. You know what I didn't do the next time we went to church?
Didn't argue. And you froze. He froze up. That's what happens when he didn't go to church. He froze up. Cameron, let's see if I can do this and bring us back. No, that didn't work. Cameron. Cameron. Hey, if you can see me, you are froze. But anyway, what a way to go, Cameron. Facebook just froze your ass up or what? He's not on. Cameron. Okay. Anyway, he's back out. He'll jump back in here in a second, folks. So, but yeah, like Cameron was saying, you know, parents, get a hold of your kids. It's time to. What's going on with me? Okay. Uh, it's time to get them back under control. I mean, I'm having issues with the grandkids right now. Yeah, you are gone. Ah, let me see if I'm still alive. Okay. Uh-oh. Something happened to Cameron. I gotta do this. Ooh. See what's going on here. What happened? We'll find out if he pops in. I think Facebook just crashed him. Thank you, Mamie. But again, talk to your kids, get them under control. Thank you, Scott. You know, we got to go back to the way we was all taught. A lot of us are up in our 60s. Cameron's in his 30s. He remembers what his parents did. I remember what my parents did. And here he is back. Oh, he's on his phone.
Yeah, my breaker tripped again. We've been having some electrical problems for some reason. I reset it. I should be back at my computer in a second.
Okay.
It's getting a little annoying. This is the second time it's happened in about a month.
Well, that was perfect timing on it because you was just about ready to tell what happened the second time, and boy, you froze immediately.
Yeah. So the second time we went to church, I did not get in a fight with my sister anymore because I had learned my lesson. The way to church, shut the hell up. So there needs to be consequences in letting your kids go and rage and get in pissing matches with other people, fighting in stores because you didn't give them a piece of candy.
Right.
You're creating entitlement with these situations. If you don't show them that you're in charge, they're going to be in charge. They're going to dictate everything you do, and you can't be afraid of CPS coming. I've seen multiple cases where children have threatened their parents with calling CPS. Go ahead. I saw one woman that was interviewed. She said the same thing I just did. My child was threatening to call CPS. You know what I did? I beat their butt until CPS came.
Yeah.
I got 15 minutes till they get here. Okay.
That's what I told my kids and everything when 911 came out, right? We'll call 911. I said, go right ahead because the next 5 minutes you're going to remember for the rest of your life while I'm sitting in prison.
If I'm going away, I'm going to make it worth it.
Right. And like Bo Sepa says, my kids do schoolwork and work on the property. I'm teaching my life morals, and I've only had to spank them once. And I bet Bo Sepa's only had to spank them once.
That's a big hand to come across.
I don't want him doing that. Uh-oh. He's off. We'll wait and see if his camera comes back on. No camera.
Why is my camera not working?
I don't know. Got to replug it in, probably. Don't you just love it? This is a live show, folks. What do you expect? Everything happens during a live show. But if you want to see some of the challenges we did, go to the Second Amendment Ranch Facebook page. Look back on the 4th of July video or on the Bill of Rights Network Facebook page. The 4th of July on the Second Amendment Ranch, and you'll see all the challenges we did that night. Yeah, Zuckerberg strikes again. It never fails. We've been doing this network now, Bill of Rights Network, for going on 8.5 months. Knock on wood, we have not been shut down. We've been monitored. We've been watched. We've been censored, a lot of things, but we're still going strong, and we're going to fight it and put the word out. Technology. Yep, technology it's good in some ways. It's bad in other ways. My kids are too scared of me to get in trouble or act up around me. I'll bet they are. God, I bet they are. Because I know they were little at one time. They're big now, but they had to be little. But I've had YouTube block my stream because my intro for my live podcast had firearms in it. Yeah, don't put it in your intro. Show them on your show. We do, and so far it hadn't been blocked. Knock on wood. But Cameron's still trying to figure things out on his end. We'll keep this going. So I want to thank everybody over on Warriors for Ranchers. And if new listeners hasn't checked out that page, go check out Warriors for Ranchers on Facebook. Mike Miller, that's his non-for-profit organization. He helps all the farmers in South Texas and down around the borders to help rebuild everything it can. And guess who popped back in? No sound. He's got to do his microphone. Yeah, we all have firearms in our intro too. Yep, we sure do.
Now can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. He's
God.
back.
Oh, Jesus. Technical difficulties happen when power goes out. I don't know why the breaker trips. I can't figure it out. It's not like I'm sucking a shit ton of power down. I don't get it.
Bad breaker. Bad breaker. Weak. They do go weak.
I'm just going to get a wire. It's going to be like the don't DIY all over again.
Make sure you send me a picture.
How did Cameron fix his breaker? With a little steel wire and a lot of luck.
Well, you missed a lot of good ones. Bocephus put in there, my kids are too scared of me to get in trouble or act up around me. Oh, well, hell yeah. But they had to be little once.
Yeah, but that hand could spank their spine out of their mouth.
Right, and still can. But like I said, could you imagine? Okay, he's been big all his life. We understand that. Them kids had to be little. He had to look like a giant to them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure coaches kept hounding him to join the team. Hi, Gunny. Do you want to be on the show? You want to be on the show? Come on, buddy. Yeah.
But folks, like we said, if you have any problems or questions about guns or gun rights in your area, your state, contact us on the Second Amendment Ranch Facebook page. We'll get back in touch with you, see what we can find out. Like I said, we're not lawyers or anything like that. We just check out what we can find out.
This little guy right here is why I ate dog food, because I love rescues. Yeah. So if you do not know his story, he was actually rescued from Blue Springs, Missouri. We had a veteran event up there. So I flew up to Colorado, met with some other friends, drove from Boulder, Colorado to Blue Springs, Missouri, and we picked up another friend at the airport. On the way back, we dropped that friend back off the airport, and on the feeder, this little guy was hanging out there. So the driver almost hit him, slammed on the brakes, pulled over, got out, and she's trying to chase him around. And he come around to the driver's side, and I tapped on the seat, and he was like, okay, I'll come in for you. Jumped in the car. Yes, I'm talking about you again. Jumped in the car and suction cupped to me. So it was a Sunday morning, and we were looking for any shelters, rescues. Nothing was open but a Petco. So we took him in there, had him checked for a chip, had him looked at. He had a little wound on his back. He still has the scar for it. And no owner, no tags, nothing. We were like, well, can we leave him here? There's nothing else open. They're like, well, no, it's Sunday, nothing's open, so you'll have to wait till Monday. Well, we're heading back to Colorado. There's nothing we can do. Well, he can't stay here, so we brought him back. On the way back, he did not leave my side, and whenever I got out of the car, they said he was always looking for me. He was clawing at the door, trying to find me, wanted to get at me. And I had to carry him like a baby into the Petco, so he was just cradled up in my arms as we were taking him in. Got back to Colorado, went to Walmart, picked up some flea and tick shampoo, flea collar. He was clean. He didn't have any bugs on him, nothing. Just wanted to be sure. Got him a bath, put him in the kennel in the kitchen, and he cried the whole time till we brought the kennel out into the living room, and he saw me. He laid down and went to bed. Canceled my flight on the way home or on the way back to Colorado, ordered a rental car, got a rental car, drove him back from Colorado back to Houston, Texas, and he's been with me ever since. So this is the main reason why I support rescues so much, is this little guy right here. He's a pain in my ass, but I love him.
Yeah, he is, but he's a great dog.
Oh, he's so needy. He's jealous of Pepper now. I got Pepper because he was lonely at home with me going back to work. And now he chases Pepper off of me whenever she's getting attention. Like, nope, it's only he's got to be the one getting the butt scratches.
Mm-hmm. No, I know how that is.
I'll tell you, boxers are retarded dogs, but they're loyal to all hell. Yep, you're a little special. He is the Marine equivalent of the military members. Hard-headed, dense, and always wanting to eat everything. But
We've got quite a few people still chatting in the chat room.
so I
But
highly recommend rescues over buying $1,000 dog.
right. Everybody get this hashtag 2AR put in the comments. We'll do the drawing here in a little bit.
You want to show him your teefies? Is that it? So I swear this moron was raised by cats because he loves boxes, either chewing on them or climbing into them. And he has to see every night he will annoy the devil out of me to play with a laser pointer. He has to chase the laser pointer before he goes to bed. Little moron. But he was spoiled when I also got him because I was laid up after my back injury. So he had about a year of me being home like 95% of the time. And then I got a job, and you could see he was not happy. He was so mad at me when I started working again. He is a very spiteful little thing. He would run up to me when I was laying on the couch trying to relax and pee right on the cushion by my face. He would go outside as soon as I let him out. Got home, I'd let him out. I have to go get one of my stents replaced. Oh, shit.
Oh, that means they got to open him back up again.
Oh, y'all pray for Bo. He just had open heart surgery.
And he's got to go in and get one of his stents replaced.
Oof.
Keep us informed, Bo Cephas. Make sure your wife keeps us informed.
Yeah. Get your wife in the messenger if you need to. Jesus.
Right.
I don't think they planned a stent for bears. I'm just saying, like, normal stents going to normal people. Bo is not normal.
Oh, he's normal. We tease him a lot and everything. He's just, when I sent him a message, I'd come down there and stay a couple months to help out as soon as I make enough money to get down there, right, on the ranch. He said, I'll come down and live in the land of giants. I went, wait a second here. I'm as tall as your kids are.
Yeah.
You're the only one taller.
Yeah, it's the land of giants where most people down here are 6 foot plus. That's why it's so hard for me to have a dating life, because everybody wants somebody 6 foot and taller, not live in Texas.
Yeah, Bo's going to put his wife on the Born chat. Make sure she gets her Facebook in and or whatever, either through you or her, because I think you're still in Facebook jail, I think.
All of you is, I know, Larson. Let's see if I can get him to change.
Yeah, we're all giants. I'm just a skinny giant.
Oh, no, he just wants loving. He doesn't want anything else but scratches. I'm telling you. Oh, there's his happy spot. Yeah, there's that leg going. If you watch more of the Second Amendment Ranch, you will see a lot of this.
Yeah, but you're not as white as my kids. No, I'm not. Now, I am probably closer to your daughter's size, but not your boys. Your boys are more Cameron's size.
Yeah, I'm built like a refrigerator.
Well, they are too.
I mean, y'all saw me stand up to go grab the guns. It's just a big block. No definition.
I want to see a family picture of Bo Cephas, his boys, his daughter, and his wife standing in front of him.
His wife is apparently much smaller. I think that would be hilarious. It's that hamster and banana meme all over again. Yeah, you know what one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about, good. Yeah. This is not rated for a young audience. we do try and minimize the cursing and everything.
Jeremy Jones goes, my 12-year-old daughter is already 5'2".
And he's only like 5'8", so.
Bocephus goes, it looks like an AT&T commercial.
Yeah, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, so it's, Jesus.
Yeah, where is Luke, by the way?
Yeah.
Larson, we didn't have a European 2A Friday.
Again?
Again. I guess I'm going to have to get a hold of Larson and give him the code.
Yeah,
so
Larson.
He can do the show by himself.
Yeah, Larson, Luke also owes us some spicy gummy bears. Is that why he's avoiding us right now?
I think so.
Is he afraid to, he failed to eat the lemon rinds and everything. So is he afraid to eat the gummy bears too? Like if he knows he's going to be making an appearance, he's going to have to eat them? You got to let us know. One, he's got to eat the gummy bears. But two, we are worried about his well-being.
Oh, something may be wrong with Luke because Larson said he's tried to get a hold of him all week.
Uh-oh.
That ain't good.
You got your passport, right? Go find him.
Yeah.
We actively care about all you jackasses, and if one of y'all's not responding, then we automatically assume something's wrong.
Come on, folks. Put your hashtag or pound for all our older folks out there. 2AR.
My favorite thing was so there was a group that was voicing, I want to say, for sexual assault or something like that. And they were doing a little hashtag symbol that said me too. So it was hashtag me too. And I think a lot of people, and one of the reasons why you need to learn from history is because you need to know certain terminology and everything. So they were putting pound me too.
Why did you put that in the comments? It all came up.
That's because if they're not motivated to earn it, I want to earn it.
Oh.
So y'all have to try and compete. You have to try and fight for our merchandise every now and again. If he has to keep reminding you that you can enter for merchandise, I'll put it in, and it puts it in for me like 11 times. Now, if I win it, so there's only one way for me to really win it, and it's for the Second Amendment Ranch, or two ways, I guess. The Second Amendment Ranch Facebook page and the Second Amendment Ranch YouTube. I don't personally enter it. But we also have every other network entered as well. So if any of the other networks win, it gets sent to that group.
No, we'll have them donate it. Just like I had to donate a hat
or that
HTX Renegade Radio that I won.
But if I win it, I'm keeping it.
Yeah, he's stingy. He's stingy.
Because I'm going to put it on my truck. I still want to get a tapestry, but I know we're going to a new.
Yeah, I've got to
group.
make a phone call tomorrow. Teespring is really peeling me off.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. But everybody else, your stuff, I've already paid for it. So hopefully they're going to hurry up and get it made if they can get going. Good. My luck now, the COVID, they're probably masked out and shut down.
Yeah. Yeah, this COVID crap is starting to irritate the devil out of me.
So anyway. Okay, let's see how many we got on it now. We got 20 entries on it. So
I wonder who counted for most of them.
I can tell you where 8 of them came from.
Well, it couldn't be me and Gunny.
Yeah. Get it in, folks.
I'm telling you, I can win real easily. We're still missed. There's 15 people watching right now?
I know, Simple Man in there. I didn't have to donate it. I just did it out of the kindness of my heart because I already have an HTX Renegade Radio hat. You mean you don't like our minion mask? I don't like any mask.
I don't either.
I try to Super 8 or Quality Inn up by Des Moines. that had to shut down because they had a case of Legionnaire's disease in there. And I would say, yeah, I could always use two. I need the black and white one.
Yeah, Jeremy, I'm not a. So what he's talking about is so Jeremy's talking about our smoke hoods, and so we used to have like real smoke hoods for rescue. And I work at an all-stop survival company, and we teach water rescue, water survival, helicraft, egress. We basically you're surviving the impact, and we go from there. But as far as our self-rescue room, we fill it with club smoke and everything. And our masks were deteriorating and getting old. They've been there longer than I've been there. So, like, as far as I know, they've been there for over 3 years. In 3 years, that's a lot of people going through them. So we were looking at replacing them, and the masks or the smoke hoods are $200 a piece. And we needed to buy like 20 of them. Instead, we looked up the OPIDO standards that said all we had to do was a mask. So they bought a bunch of the like SA fishing shields, the little tube ones, and designed it to look like the smoke hood. And it looks like a minion.
Okay, are we ready to do this?
And if you didn't stick around to win today, tough took us. You have to enter and stay so you can find out. You have to reach out to us if you won. Not the other way around.
Give me a countdown.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Who's going to win? It's coming down the line.
Come on, Second Amendment Ranch.
Oh, no.
I won!
Oh. Hey, he said he wasn't going to enter in his Facebook.
I said that last week.
Oh, what a rip. Well, Cameron, there's your sticker.
I'm going to take photos as soon as that's on my truck.
Okay. Yeah, Sheriff says brat.
Yeah. Hey, I got to advertise for the show. Oh, yeah.
Hey, I advertise for all the shows. You know that? Let's see. Is this the correct one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Although that ain't the correct one.
Going down, buddy. Going. I am seeing a trend, though. I actually did that to test a theory. Because you remember what we talked about last week, right?
Oh, we talked about a lot of things. What are you talking about?
You remember about the entry. It seems as though that raffle is wanting the last person that entered to win. That right there proved it for me. Because Carol won when she entered last. Mary won when she entered last.
I wish they'd give us a way to speed it up or slow it down.
I think we need to find another program because I think that one, if you're the last one to enter, I think that's how you're winning it.
Right. I'm looking for something here real quick. Where's it at? I got to take all these damn pictures out. You know, I still got stuff on here from the old network.
So I'll be sure to wash my truck, get it nice and pretty for all y'all. And then next week I'll take some photos with it so y'all can see how pretty that sticker looks on Rose. Yeah, my truck's name's Rose. My last truck was Ruby. I like red trucks. And I've got coworkers with a white Ram and a blue Ford. So in our parking lot, red, white, and blue, baby.
If you go to the Bill of Rights Network, you can check out all the shows.
Whew.
Look at that lineup. Second Amendment Ranch, HTX Renegade Radio, Paranormal Nation Radio, Not So Normal, Chase the Wolf, A People's Voice, European 2A when they decide to come back.
Yeah.
Heartland Association of Churches Open Bible Church. On that show there, folks, everybody listening, this Sunday will be the last sermon at the church. Pastor Gary is retiring. We're selling the building, everything. So everybody tune in at 11:15 or 11 a.m. Sunday morning to watch the show, because there could be some really neat things happening on there that day that he doesn't know about. So anyway, we have Wake Up Gallatin, which is a Born TV, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. The Getting Place, Crystal's Live Auctions, we do here on Tuesday and Saturday nights. The Shooting Channel is now here. And of course, Mike Miller, Warriors for America. So check us all out on the Billerites Network and stay tuned to all of it. Stay tuned to Warriors for America show as some announcements come out.
So I'm going to cover a couple of topics or a couple of comments real quick. Aaron, so as far as wanting to do it the hard way and give us money, unfortunately, we are transitioning to a new provider, which goes into the next reason why. So, Bocephus, we understand you're still waiting. That's why we're getting somebody new, because the turnaround time for y'all to get the products that y'all either want or buy is way too long. And Carl has somebody that can make hats now. When we know y'all wanted some hats, we had at least 5 people wanting hats. So once we get, once Carl has a new provider set up and everything, y'all can find the shop on the Facebook link.
And Discord.
Yeah, or you can go into Discord, and as soon as we get the new link, I'll post it in there as well. That's why we stress go check out the Discord, because everything we need y'all to know is there, and y'all can communicate with each other. A lot of y'all watch through YouTube or different Facebook pages. If you go to the Discord, y'all can all comment together, interact about the show, pose questions. I'll even do a quick little walkthrough of our Discord.
But the only thing I found out about Discord I don't like,
What's that?
Know how we were going to go live over on Discord?
Yeah.
You can't chat in that live video on Discord.
No, I agree.
That's the only problem I see.
For now, they can comment in an area. We can actually create an area.
Why won't Facebook let me share this? Which Facebook are... Okay, you're on Linda. You on which Facebook? I'll go check it out.
Well,
I need to know this stuff, because if Facebook is censoring us and doing stuff, we're finding a different way.
Or we're going to find a lawyer.
Yeah.
That's the infringement of the First Amendment. So Florida passed a law that actually said if Facebook censors and gets busted censoring anybody, they're going to fine Facebook. So,
Linda, it's what about my... That's about why it won't Facebook my homepage.
What?
Are we live on your homepage?
I won't. Facebook could be censoring YouTube because they don't like you watching us. But let me show the Discord real quick so you can avoid these situations. So y'all aren't going to see a couple of these, like the TikTok gun fails. Some of the lock channels y'all aren't going to have access to. It's more for the hosts of the shows. But the welcome page is where all y'all get to come in and see who's all joining and everything. All the announcements that we have, which nothing really right now. All the general chat that y'all like to put out. And then we have the 2A stuff where there's gun talk, which none of y'all are really talking about. We have the gun porn channel, which shows all of y'all's fun little toys to go out and take out. Any news topics y'all post could be something you want to talk about or want us to watch. We have a couple from Chris posting questions. If you want us to know anything, you can go in through here. Then we have the merch links, website updates. If we have guests, this is where y'all can come and hang out and kind of let us know whatever's going on. You can request certain show topics.
You know what we need to do on there one time?
What's that?
You can go live right off of Discord.
Yeah.
With the chat room. You and me need to get on there sometime in a different time frame. and try and see how many people watches on there and see how it goes. Tell everybody when we're going to be on there.
Yeah, and then we have the actual voice channels where y'all can hang out and talk with each other, or even come and talk to us.
Right.
So plenty of different things for y'all to come and talk about. Links are in there. You got to find them, but I promise the links that are needed are in there. And if you do want to be a guest on the show, that's how we'll bring you in. So we'll post the face or the StreamYard link in that StreamYard link tab, and that's where you can go and click on it and come into the show, no problem. So if you ever want to be a guest, no, the Discord doesn't sponsor us. We have no sponsors.
No.
But
if you'd like to sponsor the Second Amendment Ranch or the Bill of Rights Network, contact us. I have access now.
Yeah. Okay. Now, and again, if you or anybody you know has a small or veteran-owned business, let us know. Have them get a hold of us, and we will give them free shout-outs.
What's bullshit?
And will let me share on Messenger, but not her homepage.
Wow.
That's interesting.
That is.
But yes, we do want to help y'all out. We don't do these shows for just us. It's for y'all. Y'all are the reason we do this. If y'all don't watch, we wouldn't have a show. So we do appreciate all the support that you give us.
Lydia, go to the Bill of Rights Network Facebook page and find the video there and see if you can share it to your homepage. We'll see which. One page may not let them share to a homepage.
Sorry.
Well, you can still go share it, Lydia.
They can't watch us live right now. Well, they can't watch the whole show.
They can watch us for a couple more minutes, but I want to make sure she can share it live so the next time she pops in, she knows where to go.
Yeah. But we do this for y'all.
It won't let me.
Allowed Jeremy to share it. That's weird.
Right.
I was able to share.
I shared, but I've got access to all of them, but I share it anyway. That is different.
I have lag for some reason.
You got lag?
Yeah, you can watch.
You got lag.
You can watch my mouth not sync out. Oh, it's so annoying. I hate technical difficulty.
I'll fix that real quick. Watch. Okay, now see if you're linked up.
A little bit better, but yeah, that's fine. I think it's because I have to run through my Logitech system now because it wasn't letting me open my camera without pulling that program up. So it's all wonky right now. We are on YouTube. We're on the Bill. Was it on the Bill of Rights Network?
We're on Born TV YouTube, and we're on the Second Amendment Ranch YouTube.
Yeah. So we do have multiple YouTubes for us, for y'all to check out as well.
If you want to know where we're all live streaming right at this moment, I will tell you. We are live streaming on the Bill of Rights Network Facebook page, HTX Renegade Radio Facebook page, Second Amendment Ranch Facebook page, CTW Media Group Facebook page, BB's Down Home Cooking's Facebook page, Warriors for Ranchers Facebook page, Born TV, YouTube, Second Amendment Ranch, YouTube. 8 different locations right at this moment.
So yeah, there's plenty of areas. We're not on Twitch today?
No.
We finally got done with that.
I'm about done with Twitch.
Yeah, we keep getting all the bots and haters from Twitch. So
yeah, I got a few that
Yeah. So the reason why I asked about Twitch is because that's where we actually get a lot of the people that want to talk shit come to go. And I have the attention span of a squirrel. And the second you decide to bash on what we do, because it is important for the Bill of Rights or Born TV YouTube, BORN TV, and the Second Amendment Ranch YouTube.
Right. In the Born TV, you'll find the picture emblem says "We the People."
But the second you decide to bash us for utilizing our First Amendment right to talk about the Second Amendment right, I stop doing whatever I am doing at this point in time and focus. And then this is the biggest reason why we say you have to, if you want to be a guest, you can come on, but you have to remain respectful and polite. Because the second you decide to be a jackass, I turn all attention to bashing you. That's it. That's 20 minutes of the show right here, having other people laugh at you because of what I say. So if you want to come and be hateful, I have no problem. Clout brings viewers, because I'm going to make sure everybody here knows how I feel about you.
Just uploaded to the gun porn Discord. Okay. But I'm also checking. Did you see where Rumble is now going to start letting us go live?
Rumble?
Yeah.
Haven't heard of it. No.
Yeah. I was looking up Rumble, and it's coming here real quick. Rumble will start going live. Belinda Eckhart, prayers for Portland, full-blown civil war. Yep. It's bad up there.
Portland's been in disarray for 2 years now, at least, since even before COVID. Cameron, what is your opinion of all the black flag TikTok videos lately? It's better than a red flag, I'll tell you that much. If you see, hey, Cameron, when you're done, give me a call so I can let you know about the surgery. All right, Bo, I'll get a hold of you. So for those of you that don't know, let me go ahead and actually pull that up.
Great, Lydia. That's nice to know.
So this is the flag she is talking about. Right here. What this means is no quarter, no mercy will be given to the enemy that we see. So basically it means that you can try and come for my guns. I'm going to either kill all of you that are coming for my guns, or I'm going to die where I stand. The reason why I say this is better than the red flag means absolutely no mercy for anybody. Essentially saying that everybody that opposes me is in the way, whether they be in their house talking about it or actively trying to take your guns, I'm going to kill. I'm not saying I'm actually going to, this is the meaning. Don't take this out of context. The all red American flag, bad meaning kill everybody. Black American flag means you can try and confiscate my guns. No mercy will be given to you if you do, and I will either die on my feet or you will all die. And here is where that is. To this day, there does not seem to be one specific symbol behind in general, black flags are used by enemy forces to signify that enemy combatants are going to be killed rather than taken prisoner. So that's what I was trying to cover. And that goes back to piracy. Usually a black American flag or black pirate flag with the white skull would mean that, we're going to kill you, but mercy may be given to an extent. We're not going after your families. It's not going to be as bad. However, if you saw a pirate flag with any red in it at all, it meant the entire crew was going to be killed. So that's how they kind of came to the meaning of the all black American flag is no quarter and no mercy will be given to the enemies. We will not take prisoners. As far as I feel about the black American flag, you're starting a fire there before you're even prepared for your s'mores. So I can justify the black American flag saying that we are in a state of duress that there is a fight coming and that I can justify that the enemy, let me make this very clear, the enemy being those that are actively coming for the guns, be it ATF, FBI, CIA, the resident, no P on that, resident, or any of the affiliated parties. I'm trying to phrase this to where we won't get in too much trouble. You can kind of fill in the blanks. Yes, I can support waving the Black American flag when the time comes. It is not that time yet. You waving the Black American flag right now, you are literally stating that you are a problem. You are pointing a target on your back. And I talk about this a lot on the Second Amendment Ranch. Don't show all your cards. Just like when you carry, you don't want to open carry all the time. You don't want people to see that you're the threat. If they're coming to cause a problem, like we give the example, if you're coming to rob a bank and there is a security guard in there, that security guard has a target painted on him because he is paid to protect that bank. Whereas you, if you are a law-abiding citizen concealed carrying, they think nothing of it because they can't see the fact that you do have a firearm on you. So I wouldn't wave that flag until it's time for that flag to be waved. I might wave the American flag upside down before that. But those that know that what that means is America is under duress. This base is under duress. It's under conflict. It's under confrontation. It's struggling at this point in time. But I have too much pride in this American flag, and when I wear it on my arm, it faces one direction, and you can see it because that means I am charging forward. And one of the quotes that I absolutely love: the American flag does not wave on the wind. The American flag waves from every breath of fallen soldier. So I have too much pride to let that flag touch the ground, to be flown upside down. But I'll tell you what, you try and take this flag away from me and it's going to turn one real dark color real quick.
Now I'll tell everybody, you like this show, there's ways to watch, even if you're doing stuff. One of our hosts, Simple Man, was watching our show. You want to see what he was doing, Cameron?
Yeah.
This is from Nick.
Lucky bastard.
There's too much confusion, and I can't get no relief. Business building to drink my wine.
Yeah.
There's too much confusion.
So
watches while you're barbecuing.
Now we're going to have to fight again because somebody's going to claim rights to this video again.
Oh, well, I fight it all the time.
Lydia, what I mean is this flag may turn black. I'm not saying I'm on a diet, but if you come for my rights and my freedoms, I'll stand up and I'll be that problem. But right now, I ain't trying to let you know I'm a threat.
It's like Bo says, I have a Black American flag, but I'm not flying it yet. I'm waiting.
Exactly. I'm not saying don't wave the flag. I'm not saying you can't wave that flag. But I want you to understand the meaning behind that flag fully. Yes, I'm talking about you, Lydia. Color won't change. You said color won't change.
Right.
I'm saying this flag that I have on my wall behind my green screen, I have a big American flag. 9 by 15, I want to say. I got a big flag. And I love this flag. But you try and come for my flag, and you might see a black flag come up real quick. I'm not playing games anymore. I was born an American. I'm going to die an American by every meaning of that word. You're going to have to use gloves because I promise these barrels are going to be hot to the touch.
Mm-hmm.
provolone burgers and some pineapple cream cheese bacon wrapped. Holy sh!
Oh, man, I got to get down there. God.
Bro, I gotta go for a drive real quick. I'll be back in 2 hours. Shit.
You're not 2 hours away from Simple Man.
No, but it's gonna be an hour there and an hour back with that food.
Yeah.
That
So,
sounds delicious. I
as
gotta
soon as I
get.
get down there, we're all going to get together and have a big barbecue and sit around and enjoy an evening.
Yeah, and we gotta start planning that event. Are we gonna open it up for the viewers as well?
We probably will.
That'll be interesting. We're gonna have to get a lot of meat.
You got a purple 7 heart?
You got no what? You were talking about the color of the flag changing. I said I was gonna die. What? I'm not quite sure what she's talking about at this point in time.
Purple 7 heart. I do.
That's. I mean,
Yeah, I know. I got to set up the town hall meeting. I got to set up. I think I'm going to take one night at our Paranormal Nation radio, take it off again,
yeah.
and do the town hall meeting because everybody's been wanting us back.
Yeah, Liddy, I'm not quite sure what the Purple Heart has to do with that conversation. All right, moving on. Pay It Forward fundraiser Saturday night at 5 p.m. If we raise $1,500 for Carl, promise to wear makeup Sunday on our show.
Do what?
Pay It Forward fundraiser Saturday night at 5 p.m. If we raise $1,500, Carl has promised to wear makeup.
Okay, I guess it's back on. Oh, I know what it. Yeah, it's back on, but I'll tell you later.
Okay.
But yeah, that is on. So Saturday night, make sure you tune in on the Bill of Rights Network. Right? We have a live auction, a fundraiser. You can bid on items and everything. It'll be shipped to you, stuff like that. But if we raise $1,500, I will come on the following Sunday show with full makeup, eyeliner, makeup, lipstick, the whole 9 yards.
Done by a. How old is the individual doing this?
Oh, I got a professional makeup artist coming in.
Oh, so it's gonna look real good.
Oh, I may look real good.
How pretty.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be such a weird show. It's going to be
They may
such
want
weird.
to send money.
It's not quite sure how I'm expected to keep a straight face during that show, but we'll see.
Oh, I'll have fun with it because I'll sit there and go, "Oh, Cameron."
I'll leave. You can run the show. I will go lay down, play video games. I'll do something the hell else that show.
Oh, you can't. You're the host of the show.
Yeah, the hell I can't. Pretty princess here.
Yeah.
Outside preaching and Antifa attacked. Yeah, you got to be careful, little thuglians. If you're in a stand your ground state, I'd find a few good friends, me and Bo size.
You got a message on Discord.
Tommy Larson, check your Discord. All right.
Yeah,
Fine.
wear a hockey mask, Cameron. When I wear the makeup, you can wear a hockey mask. Just say we're getting ready for Halloween. Again, I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. What'd you get?
Goober, that's the snub nose. Larson sent me a gun broker link for a Taurus Raging Judge snub nose. It's not the Magnum version. So it shoots the 45 long Colt, 410, and the 454 Kazoo. And if you read specifically, that says the holster.
We sent you 2 links.
Yeah, I'm pulling the other one up. I don't have the money for it.
That makes us worldwide there, folks. Larson's in Sweden.
Doesn't even say if it's new or used, but that's about $300 or $400 marked up over current market price as well. It's usually about $825 to $875, and that's 1,225. So one of the things that I'm also seeing so I've been looking for a Taurus Raging Judge Magnum for a while now. Unfortunately, I don't even have the money to buy a new gun that I want. Bo apparently has a Merlin 1895 SBL for me, but I'll believe that when I see it. And I do like to collect guns often. Unfortunately, I do have to pay off some debts first. But one of the things I do want to talk about is inflation as far as everything goes. All gas prices, food prices, everything is skyrocketed. But if you look at ammo prices and gun prices during this pandemic, they have been skyrocketing. One, because the demand is way higher than normal. And trying to find any kind of ammunition right now is a challenge. But they're also from what Carl was explaining to me, finding the primers for the ammunition has been difficult as well. And if you are trying to cripple a people from rebelling, what is the easiest way to do that? Take away their ammo. If you can't take away all the ammo, take away how you can manufacture the ammo. But that is conspiracy theory. Pray.
Good, Belinda. Good.
Yeah, ammo is still extreme. Yeah, Crystal, I'm dealing with that is not fun. It has been affecting me emotionally recently. So if I do seem a little off every now and again doing the shows, I apologize. But I'm trying to get it paid off as quick as I can, because I also need to be looking at houses in March or February or March, because this lease will be up, and I think I want to buy beforehand. So that, and I'm supposed to be making a trip up to Missouri in November, and probably going to be auctioning a hoodie off on TikTok to try and raise some funds for that. Yeah. We'll see. I'm very difficult to find powder primers. Yeah, I agree. So yeah, still a year and some change into this 2 weeks to slow the curve crap. Haven't slowed the curve, but ammo is gone. I don't even want to go to the gun range because I like having my stockpile of ammunition. I like to buy more, take old stuff out, and spend that real quick, because I don't want to just shoot everything and have nothing when something happens. But people are just still buying up guns, buying up ammo, going out and shooting it. I'm like, how do you have the money right now? So if you also want to donate, you can donate to the Bro Cameron Fund and help him deal with his addiction to very expensive toys. Yeah. Lease ends in November and have to go through tons of paperwork for my HUD VASH stuff. Curve went flat April 2020. It's all about control. Belinda, you are 100% correct.
That's it.
I'm not even going to you will hear no argument from us.
Nope.
And if you look, there's plenty of evidence that states that the curve went flat. The CDC came forward and actually had to admit they were botching numbers. Hospitals came forward and admitted that they were taking money to admit people were dying from COVID, not just complications from COVID, which I can understand the complications. Cancer and COVID. Yep, you died from cancer with complications because of COVID. There's a difference there. I've seen many different doctors come forward talking about this vaccination. I highly recommend people wait. Don't get the vaccine. Don't do anything about it. Give it time. You're all being giant human test subjects if you get the vaccine right now. And I saw a video yesterday where a doctor came forward and admitted what was going into this. And the doctor that created it told them, don't use this vaccine. It will kill you. And they're saying in 6 months to 3 to 5 years, people are going to start dying from this vaccine. Saw another article where a airline attendant had to admit why flying was so difficult right now and why staffing was such a problem. It's because these flight attendants are getting blood clots because of the vaccine. So you can get the vaccine all you want. It doesn't do shit but kill you. And Scott brings up a valid point. People vaccinated are still catching the COVID. They're just catching the new Delta strain as well. You're having to get multiple injections. And why? I promise, if they created a cure for cancer, do you think they would actively be trying to get you to take it? If they
Nope.
cured cancer, do you think I've been getting the little Amber Alert craps to your phone? I've gotten 3 this weekend. 3 telling me, hey, this hospital will give you $100 if you come and get the vaccine. No. I might be broke, but one thing I am not is retarded. I might be a little dumb here and there, but I ain't that retarded. So if that wasn't a big enough red flags, people, women, you love to date them. You should be able to see them at this point in time. It's a joke, not a dick. Don't take it too hard. But y'all seen the red flags for men. Y'all should be able to see the red flags for this. They're bribing you to get Virginia was offering people a new AR-15 to get the vaccination. Texas is offering $100. California was offering like $500.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really think if this vaccine was what it really was, they would have to actively be bribing people to come and get it? They've also been caught botching numbers. I want to say it was Communist News Network that got busted by another reporter this reporter was showing that they were staging people at vaccination booths, making it look like it was busy. The reporter covered the article, and the reporter that covered the article got silenced instead of CNN for reporting the fake news. North Carolina did a $100,000 lottery for the job. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, if you think the mainstream media is telling you the truth, I'll tell you the truth all day long. I don't give a damn about your feelings. Get butthurt. Tell y'all actively. At some point in time, I will piss you off. I promise. I bring up history. I bring up numbers. I think about statistics. And if it's in my opinion, I will tell you it's in my opinion. But most of these things that I actually found, I'll bring up articles and evidence and stuff like that. And if need be, I can go and find it rather quickly as well. But when it comes to the jab, don't do it. Don't think this is real. Get a history book, read through it, figure everything out, do your research. And if you want the jab, I'm telling you right now, do not get it, because I have seen blood test samples from people with the jab. I have seen enough doctors come forward. Going to find them is going to be a challenge at this point in time, because we all know the mainstream media likes to hide everything. But give it time. If you do want to get the vaccination, give it time. About 3 years. Let real research come forward. Let real evidence come to light. Then get the vaccination. But as it stands right now, there's too many the fact that you can still get COVID, and the fact that you are going to have medical conditions, all these people saying you can stick magnets to you, it doesn't matter whether there's things that are true or false. If you see something that's concerning, do you really want to put something like that in your body?
Until you can want to be paying money for something that's not even approved yet.
Why can't you sue them for something coming back to hurt you later? Why are they being covered legally for putting this crap in you? If any other company, if they were putting something that shouldn't be in your body and somebody found out, you could sue the shit out of them. You'd be richer than hell in 2 weeks. Why? And Belinda, you actually stated, the doctor that I was watching said that the people that received the vaccination are now sterile. So if you did get the vaccination, odds are you are shooting blanks.
Population control.
Exactly. So if you got
the vaccine, doing to women,
there are companies. If you try and go get or go give blood now, if you've received a vaccination, people are getting denied from donating blood, plasma, bone marrow, anything like that after they received the vaccination. I saw an article, I want to say it was from the UK, and I'm sure Larson can find this as well. There was an article I saw where non-vaccinated men are going to be making money to donate sperm because they're not sterile anymore. Listen to you. Answer is in you like a compass. But yeah, Belinda, you're right. It's 100% to depopulate. Gates, oh God, I want to say the Rockefellers. There have been several people higher up that have admitted that the world is overpopulated and they are looking to create a means to depopulate everyone quickly.
Well, your picture glitched.
Yeah, I know. I keep seeing it pop in and out.
Mm-mm.
We'll keep watching. I'm sure either something's going on. I'll probably have to restart my computer.
When was the last time you defragged your computer?
Week.
Manually.
No, never. I don't know how to do that. I just go and defrag it myself. Lydia, your body can heal. You're right.
Yeah.
But there are some things that it cannot recover from. Missing a disc in your spine, becoming sterile. Some things you cannot cure with modern medicine right now. Maybe in the future. But at this point in time, there is not a lot of things that can fix everything. Sidney Powell says if a company requires you to get it, let them dismiss you and you can sue 100%.
Right.
If a
You
job,
sue that company, but you can't sue the manufacturer for the shot.
exactly. If your company is requiring you to get a vaccination, there are many different ways you can actually go about denying that. I don't know them off the top of my head. I would have to go back and find them again, but you can do research into it and find legal ways to avoid your company mandating you get a vaccination that does absolutely nothing for you but kill you. And if they do try and mandate that, who's to say you don't have the vaccine? They can't access that information. The government can't access that information. A third party going and trying to get your vaccination records it's grounds for a lawsuit. So you can tell your company, yep, I'm vaccinated. We need to see your papers. No, the hell you don't. That is my personal medical information. That is none of your responsibility. Well, we need proof. No, the hell you don't. You might need a drug test. You might need certain other things, but this is not your business. Oh, that's good to see. Belinda Eckhart says doctors across borders are helping with the lawsuits. That's phenomenal.
Right.
They're looking at trillions of dollars coming forward with millions of people that they claim. I'm going to say their number, millions of people that have been vaccinated. When in reality, we're still probably down to the tens of thousands. If there's millions of people, there's trillions of dollars going to be paid out. Because odds are each lawsuit's going to be a couple $1 million.
Oh, every bit of it.
So if you or a loved one has been affected by the coronavirus or COVID-19 vaccination, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
800 doctor.
Yeah.
The new commercial on TV.
Yeah.
24 hours a day.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
It's on the news that a couple who flew to Hawaii got arrested for having fake vaccination cards. The fact that they can already tell that cards are fake is terrifying. You know how long it took for us to verify driver's license or any other license for that point? Everything that created, you would have dozens of fakes when something new came out. So odds are we have dozens of fakes right now. But the fact that they can turn around immediately and say this is a fake, they planned this from the beginning.
Yep.
This has not been sitting for a day. This has been sitting on the shelf for months.
Yeah, they can tell that's fake, but they can't tell votes are fake.
No, they can tell that votes are fakes, but they're not going to tell us.
No, they're not going to tell us.
They're not going to tell us that
they know the American people know that it was all fake election, but
yeah, we're letting
they'll never admit it. If they do, that whole deal would collapse. That party would just collapse down.
Yeah, we're sitting here quietly and letting things. UN Agenda 2030. Read it. Okay, I'll see if I can find it. Which brings up another point. The UN is in America, by the way. If y'all don't know, the United Nations is already here.
Yep, they are. Vehicles have been spotted, especially down on the border.
Nope. There was an agent that was in. God, I can't. Don't quote me on the state. I want to say it was New York, but they were filming this UN agent. And I'm sorry, but you're a public official in the United States of America in a public setting. By the Constitution, if they want to film you, they have every right to film you. And this United Nations agent was telling them, "You can't film me. You can't film me." And then you try and go and find the video again. God, what is with this glitch right now? It's irritating the shit out of me. I'll have to reset my computer. Yeah, they're here.
They have a compound in Houston.
Hey, Bo,
What Bo said.
Hey, Bo, you remember how to make napalm? Just asking. No reason.
Yeah.
No purpose behind that. Just a random friendly question between two friends. Because I remember one way, and it's not hard. It's a little dangerous, but it's not hard.
Well, our 2-hour show almost turned into 3.
Yes, it did. Ladies and gentlemen, I do want to remind you again that some shit is coming down the pipeline, and I do want y'all to be prepared. Have friends, have family, have a plan, have guns, have ammo, and know how to use it. Get trained and get educated, get everything that you need. If you have any questions ever for us, go ahead and ask us. I know I kind of went off on tangents again. I did have articles to cover, but for some reason, every time I get articles to actually cover, I run into another tangent and go off for another hour and a half. I hope I didn't disappoint too many of you. Yeah, Jeremy, we weren't actually asking about the method. It was a yes or no question.
Yeah, we know.
But, it's...
Yeah, Scott, I bet you are afraid of guns, especially if they're in your wife's hands.
Yeah.
So.
But, it's... I'm upset that not many people are seeing this shit show like I'm seeing it. And I'm hoping that I can open up a couple more eyes, because there's going to come a point where I just say, you know what? I lived a good life. Time to go do something stupid or heroic. There's a fine line between that as well. Stupid and brave, ladies and gentlemen. That line right there, we're going to be treading on it for a long time. So.
And that's what we do, Lydia. We speak what we think.
So I hope that I kind of open some of y'all's eyes, open y'all's ears a little bit, kind of push you to go and do some more research. That's the biggest thing I gotta stress is go and look into things and go look what's happened all these years ago, what we're going through again, because I think it's long overdue that the people stand up and do what we need to do. We all have seen that there's tyranny going on, yet we're just sitting here and watching it unfold before our eyes. I do want to have a diplomatic resolve as quickly as possible, but there's a point in time where diplomacy fails and violence has to ensue. Need I remind you that there was protest years ago when jobs were having issues, and eventually at a point in time the workers decided, you know what, this protest isn't working, and they went to the owner's house and beat him to death. So there's always going to be a time where words do not speak as loud as actions, and I'm hoping that when that time comes, more people are willing to stand and voice that opinion one way or another. But as always, we love having you on the show. We can't do this show without you. I know Facebook is actively bashing us and causing us problems and all this crap. This is one of the reasons why we push y'all to Discord to get a hold of us, because odds are if you send me a message on Facebook, I ain't going to get it. So go check out our Discord. Stick around for all the rest of the shows throughout the week. HTX Renegade Radio, People's Voice, the Shooting Channel. I'm not going to be able to remember them anymore. The Shooting Channel, everything Carl over here listed earlier. They all put out very, very valuable information for you to know, especially if you live in Texas, what's going on along the border. This is all information that you need to hear that the mainstream media is not going to tell you. So please follow the Bill of Rights Network channel, Second Amendment Ranch, everything. We'll keep you updated as we go. For those of y'all that don't know, the ranch is not just a Facebook page or YouTube channel. We are actively trying to push to build a ranch. One of the reasons we are looking for sponsorships and everything, so that way we can set up a facility to do active training beyond just paper targets. I don't think there's enough training for civilians in the world that, there's several in Houston, but they're for active duty military and police, first responders mainly. Being a civilian, you can't get into it. So I do want to offer that in the long run. So if you do have anybody that is looking to sponsor anybody, we would love to get that help, because we do want to actually create a ranch for all of y'all to come and practice and train. As always, please stick around for the rest of the shows. We look forward to seeing you again next week. I'm Cameron.
And I'm Carl.
And this has been the Second Amendment Ranch.